Well, as we mentioned, a couple of teams that just last year were in Class C2, both from Northeast Nebraska, up there in Siouxland. Creighton comes in at 12-0, West Point Central Catholic at 11-1. The Bluejays and Bulldogs, despite what you might think, have not seen each other all season long. 12-0 and 11-1. Here's how they got here. Creighton knocked off Alma 32-7, and then a tight game against Overton, number 3 Overton, 22-20. We'll talk more about that later in the broadcast. Central Catholic, they rolled their way here with a tight game over Bancroft-Rosalie, coming from behind late in the game to make it here to this state championship battle. So should be a good one, Central Catholic and Creighton. Let's go down to JB on the field. John.
Larry, we had a little bit of rain early this morning that made the field a little moist as we got our day started, but it did not affect footing conditions in our Class D2 championship game. Right now, field is in great condition. It's a little bit chilly down here, as you might expect, wind a little bit swirling, but watching some of the warm-ups, Ritter's got a nice motion and puts a nice tight spiral on the ball. So even if the wind does come up a little bit, don't anticipate West Point Central Catholic to have any problems throwing if necessary. But considering the time of year, pretty good football championship weather.
Yeah, hey, JB, is it earmuff weather?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely earmuff. What are you talking about?
Hey, better you than us, bud.
That's all right, because Damon's coming down on the field for the second half. He doesn't know that yet.
I'll jump.
One thing about this ball game, guys, that caught my eye, Creighton in the playoffs has given up just 35 points total, 8 points a game in that situation. However, West Point Central Catholic has given up 117 points in the playoffs, just about 30 points a game there. So Creighton's defense in the playoffs has really been a little more porous than it actually had been all year. So a little bit of a difference there. And if Creighton can play the kind of defense they've shown in the last 4 games in the playoffs, it'll make their job on offense a little bit easier.
Yeah, stiff test they'll see. It's a very diversified offense in West Point Cedar Catholic, so they'll throw it around the yard a little bit. You'll see a lot of motion, a lot of different formations, so they'll definitely have their hands full.
In fact, Coach Jeff Jensen, in talking about his opponent, Anthony Ritter, the quarterback on the other side of the ball, said, "We will do anything we can to stop that kid. He has a hand in everything WPCC does."
Well, you look at Ritter, he runs the ball well, over 600, almost 700 yards there. He throws the balls we talked about earlier on, almost 1,700 yards and 38 touchdowns there. And then in tackles, 106 tackles with 5 sacks for the youngsters. So he is all over the place in terms of West Point CC's ability.
Anthony Ritter, 150 attempts on the year, just 2 touchdowns. And by the way, guys, Ritter accounted for all 50 points in their semifinal win. So when you talk about everything going through Anthony Ritter, it certainly does. Time now to introduce you to our participants, and for that, we go to Doc Weininger.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Memorial Stadium for the 2010 Nebraska School Activity Association State Football Championship Finals. For today's contest between the Bluejays of West Point Central Catholic and the Bulldogs of Creighton High School. And now for the introductions of the players and the coaches. First, for the Bluejays of West Point Central Catholic, number 12, Zachary Whitfield. Number 14, Nathan Bruning. Number 16, Bernard Eilerts. Number 19, Anthony Ritter. Number 21, Cody Stulp. Number 42, Nate Huss. Number 55, Sean Emanuel. Number 66, Austin Petreski. Number 67, Anthony Ginther. Number 72, Johnny Hagedorn. And the rest of the Bluejays. The head coach for West Point Central Catholic, Dave Ritter.
So West Point Central Catholic and the Bluejays coming in at 11-1. Dave Ritter, his son Anthony, getting ready to take the field in hopes of winning their first state championship in 8-man in their first year in 8-man football.
Make your presence felt early.
That's right. So the Bluejays will be taking on the Creighton Bulldogs. The Bulldogs come in at 12-0 on the season, and they have been rolling. And for more, let's go back to our public address announcer, Rich Broderson.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here are the starters for the Bulldogs of Creighton. Number 1, Derek Tyler. Number 2, Jacob Morrill. Number 3, Ryan Metis. Number 4, Cole Thomas. Number 5, Holden Wetzler. Number 9, Andrew Largent. Number 12, Cody Finch. Number 13, Bronson Paul. Number 19, Brandon Becker. Number 25, Colin Newman. Number 50, Kyle Berglund. Number 53, Derek Ruge. Number 54, Cale Doman. Number 61, Russell Wilkerson. Number 62, Jordan Morrill. Number 70, Heath Lemke. Number 75, Aaron Von Segern. The head coach for the Bulldogs, Jeff Jensen. And now the rest of the Creighton High School players and coaches.
So there's the Creighton Bulldogs. Almost said Bluejays guy. There's the Creighton
it out of the way
Bulldogs.
early.
That's right. They knocked off in their semifinals the third-ranked team in the state, 22-20, scored with about 1:47 left to knock off Overton. Overton came back to score late, but failed on a two-point conversion, and that sent the Bulldogs here to state. Now let's go to Rich Broderson with the introduction of today's national anthem.
On behalf of the Nebraska School Activities Association, its member schools, and U.S. Bank, welcome to the 2010 NSAA State High School Football Championship Finals. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats to honor America. As the Wallace Public School Boys Quartet, directed by LaDonna Sweeberg, sings our national anthem.
Was so proudly beheld at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Had a great job by the guys from Wallace. The Class D1 state championship is coming up. The Creighton Bulldogs take on the West Point Central Catholic Bluejays. Coming up next on NET Sports.
Animal agriculture is vital to Nebraska. Livestock production not only contributes to our food supply, but also helps our rural communities. Livestock provides revenue for schools, creates jobs, supports Main Street, and enhances the future for farm families. The Nebraska Soybean Board's Animal Agriculture Initiative works to encourage growth of responsible livestock enterprises to benefit agriculture and Nebraska.
Power Drive Electric Car program gives high school students a hands-on way to apply studies, learn about electricity and energy efficiency, and develop skills that will benefit them throughout their lives. Nebraska Public Power District encourages students and teachers to get involved. Schools have the power to make it happen. For information on Power Drive, visit oppd.com or nppd.com.
Support for programming comes from Fund for Teachers and the Malika Foundation, empowering teachers to pursue learning outside the classroom with grants for summer odysseys around the world. Grant applications and information available online at fundforteachers.org.
With the odds stacked against them, a team puts everything on the line on the biggest stage in collegiate volleyball history. Dream like a champion.
Coming soon to NET1.
When you meet with your trusted advisors to review your year-end giving plans, consider naming NET Television as a charitable beneficiary in your estate plans. Thank you for ensuring that the impact of public television continues for generations to come. For more information on creating a legacy gift in your name, please call me directly or visit our website.
The 2010 NSAA football championships are being carried live over the internet, so all of your friends and family outside of Nebraska can enjoy the great coverage of these high school championships. Please have them go to netnebraska.org, click on the live webcast tab. NET is Nebraska's home for sports. Ready to get things underway in the Class D1 state championship. It's a chilly one, about 32 degrees, feels like 28. A slight breeze out of the west-northwest, cloudy skies, and will likely be that way throughout the game. So West Point Central Catholic and Creighton. The Bulldogs of Creighton won the toss. They deferred to the second half, so the Central Catholic Bluejays will receive. Back deep, Ben Eilertz, number 16, Zach Whitfeld, number 12. And to kick it away is Ryan Mettis. So Mettis does just about everything for this Creighton squad. He kicks, punts, quarterbacks, runs, throws. It'll be taken at about the 5-yard line. Brought up the field by Whitfeld, and Whitfeld out near the 20-yard line to about the 18. Offensively for the West Point Central Catholic Bluejays, they come in at 11-1. Ritter the quarterback, Eilert's the fullback, the tailback is Stolp. Haas is the wingback, ruining the tight end. Up front, Hagedorn, Gunther, and Emmanuel. That's a look at the offense for West Point Central Catholic. Anthony Ritter's a good one, passed for 1,600 plus yards this season, rushed for nearly another 1,000. Coach's kid, right away, he goes right with the option, keeps it himself, and a nice gain to start things out, a gain of about 7. The Creighton defense for the Bulldogs coming in at 12-0 on the season. They have not lost yet this year, obviously. Up front, Berglund and Morrill. Your backs and linebackers, Mettis, Becker, Newman, Tyler, Fitch, and Wetzler. Creighton defense has said they will do whatever they can to slow that guy right there. Anthony Ritter, 6'2", 195-pound senior. Ritter keeps it himself. He's got room up there. Breaks one tackle, runs through the arm tackle, and a first down.
Well, Creighton early, guys, setting up just 2 people, 2 defensive linemen, 3 backers, and then 3 people in the secondary. And they're really putting the pressure on the outside because you don't have a lot of help to that corner, and I think we're going to see Central Catholic try to exploit it. So far, so good.
Starts with these great big line splits.
Look at them. Look at them. 2 guys up front. The middle backer, a lot of pressure on him to make plays. Good play right there.
Ritter puts it in the belly of Stolp, and Stolp a short gain of about 3. We talked with the 9th-year head coach Dave Ritter about his son and quarterback.
We started 8-man this year. We weren't too sure we wanted to do that, but with the kids we had back, we had 6 pretty good, talented kids back, and Anthony being one of them, that he's able to throw the ball well, run the ball well, and distribute it well. I think we have 4 receivers that have about the same amount of catches, and we produce a lot of yards with that.
Ritter keeps it himself. Piled up in there defensively, led by Holden Wetzler, the 6'5", 215-pounder.
Yeah, if Creighton's going to be allowed to have those 2 inside guys play free like that without a lineman getting to the second level, they're going to have free run at this zone game as we take a look at the replay here. Both guys unblocked inside. Not the kind of start you want to get off to if you're offensive line coach here for WPCC.
3rd down and 6. Ball at the 35-yard line. Ritter back to throw. Looking downfield under pressure, and he's sacked. from the left side. And they get to Ritter and sack him on 3rd down and long.
Pressure coming from
Heath Lemke with the sack.
Lemke with the sack, and he's coming from the backside. Well done, well executed. It creates this 4th down. So that defense is unusual, but so far it's worked.
2-man pressure getting to the quarterback. You don't see that often.
Lots of pressure on those linebackers to get the job done.
So back deep is Cole Thomas to return the punt, coming up from Anthony Ritter. Thomas takes it at about the 18. He'll go left, breaks 1 tackle. Thomas out past the 25 to the 26, and a nice return by Cole Thomas. And Creighton will trot onto the field for its first offensive possession. They will be led by their quarterback, Ryan Mettis, another good one. Cole Thomas at the tailback. Derek Tyler, the fullback. Brennan Becker, the split end, and the tight end is the big 6'5" kid in Wetzlar. Offensively up front, Lemke, Berglund, and Volkordson. .210, .215 across the front for this Bulldog offense. There's Mettis, the 6', 174-pound junior. And Mettis gives behind him to Morrill, and nothing there, maybe a couple of yards for Morrill. So here's Central Catholic, the defense for the Blue Jays. Let's take a look at them up front first. Emmanuel, Petrovsky, and Hagedorn are up front. Backs and linebackers, Stolp, Ritter, Haas, Eilerts, and Nathan Bruning at the strong safety. But defensive secondary supports the run well for this Blue Jay defense. Give up the middle again, this time to Tyler, and Derek Tyler out near the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of about 4. It'll bring up 3rd down and 1.
Long motion that time by Creighton, right to left. And then just a quick handoff up inside there gives them a very short and a manageable 3rd down here. 3rd about 1, maybe a long one right here. But there they are in that tight power set.
We saw Jeff Jensen in his 11th season.
Creighton's going to go back 5 here.
Yeah, for our listeners at home, Adrian, I was talking to Larry early on. I was watching Creighton warm up, and they had a lot of false starts, even just repping through their team stuff down here on the other end before the game. Might be a sign of some nerves, maybe a little bit of early jitters, but that was kind of a microcosm of how they were warming up.
So 3rd down now and 6 for the Bulldogs. Ryan Mettis will keep. A lot of pressure on Mettis. Mettis is met in the backfield defensively. Great job by Nathan Haas, who was there, as well as Cody Stolp.
Well, of course, that penalty changes the complexion of the game plan, the complexion of the play. They were lined up in that tight power formation. Going to try to just wedge up a yard in there. Didn't happen. They had to move back 5 because of the penalty. And then good defensive pressure coming that time. Forces this punt here.
There's Anthony Ritter back deep for Central Catholic. Ball goes off the side of Mettis' foot. Keeps it away from Ritter, though, down to about the 27-yard line.
And not all penalties are created equal. When you have a 3rd and short like that, and then you're backed up 5 and you end up not converting it, it's almost like a turnover, where you kind of you shoot yourself in the foot like that, and you have to give up possession because of it.
So the offense for the Blue Jays trots back on. There's Anthony Ritter. 694 yards rushing on the season, 19 touchdowns. He's accounted for nearly 60 touchdowns this season. 57 coming into today. Ritter looks right, quick toss out there. Ball popped in the air, popped loose, but pulling it back down and keeping control was Zach Whitfeld.
Central Catholic trying to get that little screen, that little bubble screen to go over there, and a good reaction by Creighton to get their people over here. Watch all the black shirts going to show up here real quick. 1, 2, 3. There's another hit there, and the ball comes out. Central Catholic alertly picks it out of the air. 2nd down here.
Back to that conventional 3-man front.
2nd down and 10 for the Jays. A toss, mishandled. Stolp chases it back, and he'll be nailed for a big loss back to the 10-yard line. Big play for that Creighton defense.
Well, each team now has wasted it down. We saw that penalty which created a 3rd and 1 into a 3rd and 6, and now this play right here, a wasted down, a dead down.
A loss of 14 yards on the play by the Blue Jays.
I get the sense that Stolp almost wanted to cut that back before he received the toss, kind of stopped mid-track here.
So on 3rd down and 24, Ritter will pull it down and take it himself. Stays on his feet, breaks 1 tackle out across the 20 to about the 22, well shy of a 1st down.
Creighton giving Central Catholic a blitz look. They went back to that 2-man front and then looked like they were going to blitz the backers on the play. They pulled off the last second, and then Ritter tucks it and goes, as you saw, but Creighton able to pursue, knock him down, way short of even the first stick.
So Ritter now on to punt it away. Cole Thomas deep in what has turned in, at least early, to a very defensive battle. Thomas, fair catch, taken at about the 28-yard line, so that's where the Bulldogs will have their 2nd possession of this 1st quarter. NET is your ticket to exciting sports action right in your living room. Help us deliver inspiring sports programming by joining the NET Sports Partners Club. Your contribution helps to ensure that your favorite sports programs continue for years to come, and you'll receive some great thank you gifts as well with NET's appreciation for your support. You can log on to netnebraska.org/sportspartners and become a member today. Give around that left side to Cole Thomas. Down on the field now with John Bishop. John.
Guys, I always like to look at early sideline demeanor as kind of an indication of where these two teams are at emotionally and also focus into the game. Right now, West Point Central Catholic pretty much standing around. There's not a lot of emotion over there. But over here on this Creighton side, just like with Howells in our first game today, a lot of energy and enthusiasm. Everyone seems to be really tuned into this game. Though so far, defensive struggle for both sides.
Tyler and Morrill in the backfield. The hand is to Morrill.
I think John brings up an interesting point. You heard Adrian kind of make reference to it earlier. Creighton been playing better defense early on, so as this game unfolds early, one team is playing much more accustomed to the way they're used to playing than the other. West Point used to throwing it around the yard, having a lot of offensive success, not off to the kind of start they want. So the styles are indicative of their moods.
Menace rolling to his right, throws out in the flat, trying to break a tackle and spinning out of it and keeping alive the big 6'5" kid, Wetzler, with a 1st down.
Lots of fight in Wetzler. Holden Wetzler, it's a 6'5" and 215 pounds, caught 28 passes on the year, and he caught that ball. Central Catholic coming with the blitz that time, the 2 backers straight up the middle, and Creighton able to read that well, get Wetzler out there in the flat, just dump it off and let him go. That's a great job by Wetzler to fight for that extra yardage.
So 1st down and 10 as Creighton is now in Blue Jay territory. The give to Tyler. Puts his shoulder pads down and stop right at that line of scrimmage. Stop led by Cody Stolp in there.
I really like his read and recognition on that play. He was playing on his toes, and as soon as he saw run action at him, he did a good job of fitting right now. No hesitation. You get a run read, you come a smoking.
Second down and 10 for the Bulldogs. Newman in the backfield now, the fake. Menace rolls to his left under pressure, gets it away. Wide open is Newman. Newman's got it at the 20, cuts back down to the 15-yard line. Nice grab by Newman out of the backfield for a 1st down.
It's terrific play action by Creighton as we watch the quarterback Menace fake the line right here. Good job right there. Hold the backer for a minute and then get out there and go. Good pressure that time by Anthony Ritter. He's a guy that we'll be talking about in a lot of different ways, but good pressure right there on the quarterback, but the ball is complete. And now it's time to get upfield and could just read that block just a little bit better. Maybe he makes it all the way.
20-yard gain for Newman on the catch. This time Menace keeps it himself. Menace has room.
Well, I think that play design, it is It must have been well scouted at the 8-man level. When you get the jet sweep motion, it just widens your defensive ends. Then you pull the backside guard and your quarterback leads up through there. It just turns into a simple numbers game. We saw Howells utilize that earlier. Conceptually, it's a pretty slick play.
Inside 2.5 here in the first quarter of the D1 state championship. And the Bulldogs driving. Give to Thomas in the backfield, keeps those feet churning inside the 5, still moving forward, but they will call his progress stopped at the 4-yard line.
Pretty quick whistle, but it'll still be enough for the first down, whereas Thomas is like, hey, reward me here.
Now, good job on the right side by Kyle Berglund and Russell Volkortson. The two people blocking on that right side where that play went up to start with. They got that seam opened up in there. He was able to step across the line, get that first down, and that's first and goal.
For Creighton, the give to Morrill, who walks in behind the big block of Colin Newman. Touchdown, Jacob Morrill.
Like a little trap look right there, a little quick hitter.
I like what Newman did. Watch him, number 25 right here. Kaboom!
It's a trap.
And
nice.
He's out of the picture. And Ritter was unfortunately the recipient of that block.
Very well done. It's a nice little wrinkle in the run game right there. Trap that 5 tech out there. He comes up the field. You don't even have to block him. You get the nice natural down block angle. Easy score.
So a 2-point conversion now for the Bulldogs. The toss to Thomas. Thomas tries to get the corner, but pushed out of bounds. Nice play by Nathan Haas. Nate Haas pushes him out. Another look at that touch.
Watch 25 right there. What a block. What a block by number 25 for Creighton. And again, Colin Newman.
Well, the 2009 NSAA Class D1 State Championship between Howells and Giltner. Let's look back at last year. The 2009 Class D1 football championship game featured two very different teams. The Howells Bobcats depended on a powerful rushing attack, while the Giltner Huskies featured a wide-open spread offense led by quarterback Nathan Most. Most threw for more than 7,000 yards in his prep career at Giltner and even broke Scott Frost's high school record. But this game was dominated by the opposition's rushing attack. Howells running back Clint Bellina ran for 332 yards and 6 touchdowns. It's another one. Nice stiff arm. Still on his feet. Look at Bellina go. 6 touchdowns for Clint Bellina. Wow! The Howells defense held the prolific Giltner offense to negative rushing yards through 3 quarters and took a 40-6 lead going into halftime. They won the game going away, 68-28. The dominating performance gave Howells their 8th Class D1 state football championship.
Trophy. Congratulations, Howells High School.
And of course, the Howells Bobcats winning earlier today the Class D2 state championship. So 3 straight titles in a row for Howells and 9 state titles in the last 11 years.
Can't get much better than that, can it, guys? And then he went to C2 for a couple of years. Actually finished in the playoffs. So Mike Spears and his team go up a class and really excel. But then numbers bring them back down into the D2 level.
So the early lead here for Creighton. It's taken at about the 5 by Whitfeld, and Whitfeld out past the 15 to about the 17-yard line.
Well, I tell you, that was a heck of a tackle by Morrill. He's the only guy that could make that play. He doesn't make that tackle. That might be all she wrote there. Something to watch here later on if that kick return team gets another crack at it. That was close.
6-0 Bulldogs here in the first quarter. 1:53 left, and the Bluejays now on the field. Anthony Ritter leading that Blue Jay attack. The give in the backfield. Tripped up is Stalton. Good gain though, about call it 6 yards, bring up 2nd down and 4.
Nice little nuances. You see the spacing, that flex tight end gives him a nice release to the second level.
Good read there,
block.
Good read by Becker too. Having to come in and make the tackle from the backside pursuit. Brennan Becker, 103 tackles on the year. 104 now.
Flag on the field, and it will be against the Blue Jays.
Proceed. Didn't look like they have enough guys on the line of scrimmage here.
So that will back them up 5 yards and make it now 2nd down and 9.
It was an equipment deal. That's what the
Yeah,
little gesture to the face.
Yeah. Got to have all your points strapped up, your chin strap on, and all of that together.
Teachable moment for you there, LP. Did you catch that?
Absolutely. To the face means equipment. Gotcha. Pulled down. And another flag on the play.
Larry, I'm sure you thought he was just going, oh my.
I know. He messed up.
Cold cheek.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Checking his temp.
For heaven's sake.
How about that gesture to the face? We got that one done.
I know that one.
Our viewers, they're just glad we get along.
That's right.
At the end of the day, that's what this is about.
Everything needs
5-yard
humor,
face mask
folks.
on the defense. 5 yards from the end of the run. Remains 2nd down.
So that'll bring up 2nd down as they mark off the 5. 2nd down and 3.
Well, let's Central Catholic stay on schedule here, too, as an offense. 2nd and very manageable here.
Stolp in the backfield along with Ritter. Motion out of it. Stolp gets the pitch, cuts it back inside. Tyler is there at first contact, and look at that defense of the Creighton Bulldogs.
Really excellent work by Cody Fitch, number 12 for Creighton. You watch number 12 coming here. He's going to come from the right, looking for some place to go, and there he is, Fitch. Got the hands on the backside of the ball carrier, and everybody else helps out from that point.
You young folks at home, low man wins. Doesn't matter what the level or how many people on the field. Right now, Creighton playing lower than
Ritter goes up top, and a whole bunch of laundry on the field after that one. 3 flags simultaneously come flying in. That will be pass interference against Creighton.
quick look in here. Job on the slide protection.
No doubt about that at all. Ball in the air, hit before that, and boom.
Pass interference.
That initial
Defense,
first down, you almost wonder if
yards,
West Point,
automatic first
Central
down.
Catholic went settled down here a little bit and kind of not really in much of a rhythm here offensively, and it's a very rhythmic offense. They do multiple things, so being in sync is paramount for their success. A little more pep in their step now as you see guys sprinting to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the Blue Jays now into Bulldog territory for the first time today. Ritter rolls to his left, looks downfield, he'll throw downfield, and it's picked off. Intercepted at about the 14-yard line.
I'd love to have that one back, fellas, because he was wide open down the sidelines. Ball was underthrown, and Becker was able to come back and make a play.
Great recovery by Becker here to make that play. I tell you what, Creighton kind of talked them into it here. They had again, faking blitz, pulled everybody back into coverage, rushing two people, and the coverage was there across the field, and Becker makes that interception.
Bernie had Becker beat, didn't he?
He did have him beat.
6th interception for Becker on the year.
Before the game, we talked with Jeff Chinson about his starting quarterback.
Yeah, our quarterback's Ryan Madison, number 3. He's a junior. Does a great job of throwing the ball, manages the offense. He also runs very well. You know, one of the greatest things he does is he keeps plays alive. It looks like he got him bound in the backfield. He tends to break away from things and keep plays alive and find somebody downfield or, you know, hurt you with your legs.
And that
when
will
you look
do
at
it.
our offense.
The first quarter is in the books, and the Bulldogs are on top of the Blue Jays. It's 6-0. Second quarter coming your way on NET.
Time Warner Cable is dedicated to the future of our nation's children. That's why we've launched our Connect a Million Minds initiative. We're asking adults to help us inspire kids through science, technology, engineering, and math. And we're achieving this through local partnerships with FIRST. Across the country, Time Warner Cable employees are helping bring FIRST robotics competitions to the areas we serve. The future of our nation and our children depends on math, science, and technology. Visit connectamillionminds.com to find out what you can do.
U.S. Bank, we support athletics, the arts, and anyone with a dream. Support that's not just about money. It's about investing our time and our care to make the most of the places we call home. That's the power of U.S. Bank. All of us serving you.
NET Sports coverage of the 2010 NSAA Football Championships are brought to you in part by the Nebraska Public Power District, applauding the dedication, teamwork, and sportsmanship of Nebraska high school athletes. By the Nebraska Soybean Board, encouraging the use of renewable biodiesel fuels for a healthier environment. For information, nebraskasoybeans.org. And by Time Warner Cable, inspiring young people to build the skills they need in science, technology, engineering, and math to become the problem solvers of tomorrow. Back at Memorial Stadium, second quarter of the Class D1 State Championship. Along with Adrian Fiala, Damon Benning, John Bishop on the field, I'm Larry Putney. Good to have you with us. Toss goes outside to Thomas, and Thomas took a pop out there on the edge by Anthony Ritter.
Hello. That's what you call running the alley right there. A strong safety play, and it was all able to happen because Central Catholic was able to set the edge. When you can set the edge as a defense and really dictate that perimeter, it makes it easy for your guys running inside out to find that ball carrier.
Very diverse offense of Creighton is beginning to get untracked as Metis rolls to his right under pressure. Slips one tackle, but can't slip the tackle of Petrowski. Austin Petrowski, a 6'3", 235 senior with the big sack.
Did a real good job of using his hands. Good initial get off.
And watch
look at him split the double.
Watch Nathaniel Haas right here, or Haas. He started it off, number 42. Petrowski finished it up, and Nate's back there. He's going to get in that play. Great effort, great team effort by those two players.
Official momentary timeout for an equipment. Now Ryan Metis ready to kick it away. Back to receive is Anthony Ritter. Lined low and away from Ritter. Rolls out near midfield. Great field position for the Blue Jays, down by 6 here in the second quarter. Well, this Sunday on NET television, you'll be enchanted by the heavenly melodies of Celtic Thunder. Their 5 Celtic male voices blend together so smoothly, it's like nothing you've ever heard. From rousing ensemble numbers to solos showcasing each member's vocal style and personality, Celtic Thunder performs heartwarming songs of season. Don't miss Celtic Thunder Christmas, Sunday night, 10:30 Central on NET1 and NET HD. Six nothing here early in the second quarter. The Jays with great field position. Stolp puts it in his belly, pulls it back out. And Ritter nowhere to go. Not a bad gain of about 3 yards. Ritter piled up at about the 35.
Once again, Bulldogs in that two-man front. Pressure on the inside with the linebackers, but they have been able to contain that running game of West Point Central Catholic, just closing it down when Ritter decides to step up inside. They close it down and make the play.
Second down and 7. Ritter hands it this time to Stolp. Stolp with some room. One tackle to break, and he got him. Pulled down by Brendan Becker, the touchdown-saving tackle at about the 18-yard line, but enough for a first down.
I was just going to talk as we take a look at the replay. You can play this two-man long as your guys are able to run fit correctly. And there they overrun the play, and Stolp gets a little cutback. When you miss your run fit, you're in big trouble. You got a short field, nice cutback, and then guys are just playing downhill on you.
And then a lot of those people thinking that Ritter is the guy, looking for Ritter to be the guy to run the football. They cross him up and came with Cody Stolp. Over 1,300 yards this year for Stolp.
First down and 10. Ritter keeps it. Grinds his way inside the 10-yard line. Let's go down to John Bishop.
Well, guys, until those last two plays, Creighton's defense had really buckled down outside of the pass interference earlier on. But that was one of the things that Jeff Jensen said was going to be the toughest thing in the transition from 11 to 8-man. Obviously, your field is a little smaller, both length and width. But the biggest adjustment, and Damon and Adrian, you guys can probably talk more about this, is that adjustment on defense. And that was the tougher transition than it was offensively.
2nd down and 2. The give to Stolp. Stolp's got room, diving near the end zone, ball on the ground. They're going to say he was down at the half-yard line.
To lend itself to what John was talking about, I couldn't agree more, because when you start talking about it, and you always hear me talk about run fits, it's the alleys that guys have to run. As we take a look at the replay here.
See what happens here.
We'll get down to the end zone here.
Ball,
really close.
Ball hit the ground at the half-yard line. So that's where it's placed. 1st down and goal. Give to Stolp, who's in there. Cody Stolp with the first touchdown of the game for the Blue Jays.
Great job by Central Catholic to capitalize on the great field position they obtained in that from that punt. They took the ball at the 38-yard line of Creighton and just methodically took the football down the field and put it in the end zone to tie up the game here.
See the swagger start to change a little bit here about 4 or 5 minutes ago. Central Catholic just was moving around a little bit different, like they had some energy.
They'll go for 2 now. All even at 6. Ritter rolls to his right, looks in, and sacked. Thought he had a man open momentarily, but
still open.
Cody Fitch is still open. Cody Fitch was right there to shut it down.
Well done here. Just couldn't hang on long enough. As we take a look at the touchdown, little dive play here. Here's the extra point. They had it set up. Just ran out of time.
Good pressure there, Cody Fitch on the play.
We've got a good one here in Class D1. All even at 6. NET is your ticket to exciting sports action right in your living room. You can help us deliver inspiring sports programming by joining the NET Sports Partners Club. Your contribution helps to ensure that your favorite sports programs continue for years to come, and you'll receive some great thank you gifts as well with your appreciation for your support. Log on to netnebraska.org/sportspartners and become a member today. NET over the next 2 days bringing you 6 state championship games, and of course last weekend, 2 days ago, but the weekend prior to that, 6 state champions crowned out in Grand Island in the state high school volleyball championships. All of that right to you in your living room on NET Sports. We love to do it and thrilled to do it. Please help us continue to bring these games into your living room. Become a member of the Sports Partners Club. So all even at 6 here in the 2nd quarter. Going back to what JB said down on the field about the defense being the toughest thing kind of to adapt to when you drop from 11 to 8 man. He said early on they thought they had it done. They just condensed their original defense, but he found that the hardest thing was then all of a sudden the option, when they were really struggling with the option. So to his credit, about 4 games into the season, he reworked that defense and got into the state championship game.
I tell you, I can't stress how difficult that is enough. I mean, just your run alleys are different, the fits are different, you know, the angles are different. I'm sure it takes some time.
So all even at 6. Bulldogs and Ryan Metis. Metis back to pass, goes downfield. Man well covered, and great defensive effort by Nate Bruning. Bruning running stride for stride with Brennan Becker and knocks it down.
You get that coverage where all of a sudden the defender becomes the offensive player, and the offensive player needs to turn the roll around there and become the defender. And that's what happened right there, as Bruning had a beat on it, but knocked away by the offensive player. John Bishop.
Guys, I think what Creighton was looking for was trying to take advantage of Bruning maybe in a weakened state. On the PAT attempt just a few moments ago, he collided with another teammate in the back of the end zone and came up hobbling a little bit, so they went and challenged him on the first play.
And then on the snap, it's bobbled. Metis does well to gather it back in and recover the fumble. Near disaster for Creighton.
Yeah, John, that could very well be because, you know, the press box ball just never there. He just basically took his eyes off it. But the press box makes that call. They see that happen, and, hey, go right after it.
Look for Creighton to maybe come back to the pass play they ran 2 plays ago where Tyler came wide open in the slot, leaking out of the backfield.
And Tyler is in there. Bettis rolls to his right, out in the flat, knocked down. Morrow was there, but a good defensive effort by Bruning again.
2 very good plays by Nathan Bruning. That's the delivery here. And fortunate for Creighton that Bruning was about a click too late, because he's there a click early. He makes that play and he's in the end zone right now.
I'm telling you, Uncle Mo has changed jerseys.
No doubt.
He's now wearing the white and blue because the momentum has swung. You can feel it in the stadium and even the crowds. Just the energy is different.
Too many men on the field called against the Blue Jays.
And 4th and 14, so no chance to
Dead ball.
really extend this.
On the defense. 4th down.
So that will bring up 4th down now and 9. Still a punting situation.
Those battle wounds.
Anthony Ritter deep for the Blue Jays. Ryan Metis to kick it away. Metis goes right at Ritter this time. Ritter bobbles it, falls on top of it, and he's covered quickly. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 21 for the Blue Jays. Hey, it's time now for our NSAA Championship Trivia. Be the first person to email us at sports@netnebraska.org with the correct answer, and you'll win an NET Sports blue logo t-shirt, size extra large. So the question is, who set a new Class D1 record by scoring 25 touchdowns during 4 NSAA playoff games last year? First correct email to sports@netnebraska.org will win the NET Sports t-shirt. Remember, only one winner per household during the 2010 championships. I think if you were paying attention maybe 10 minutes ago,
you might have seen it.
That's right.
I don't think I scored 25 touchdowns in my high school career.
Matt's going to join us tomorrow, Matt Davison, and I think he scored at least 25.
Oh, I'm sure he'll tell you all about it, too.
That's all?
Different strokes for different folks. He's got that revisionist history.
That's all. That's right.
I remember back when. He was running 4.2s back then, too, wasn't he?
That's a light number for him.
Let him tell it.
Yeah.
Again, it's still on his feet. Highlands with the carry out near a 1st down.
You know, one thing I'm getting accustomed to, these little nuances of 8-man, is there's a lot of pressure on these defensive ends. You know, you have to hold your ground and like we talked about, set the edge. But these kick-out blocks where guys just get a helmet inside of you, allow these guys to cut up inside and have these nice natural running lanes. Tough job to play out there in that end in 8-man.
Make the point about blocking here after this play. It lends right to that.
Fake it to Stolp. Ritter back to throw, has a man open. Caught by Haas, and Haas with a 1st down.
Well done, well executed, and boy, that pass, pinpoint accuracy by Ritter. But just to follow up a little bit on that, and what you were talking about, in the D1, D2 arena, you know, most of these guys can run really, really well. They're fast and they're quick. And so in terms of blocking, you really don't need to get that good solid knockdown block. Just get the helmet there, get in the way, disrupt that defender's rhythm, and away you go. And that kind of makes it a little bit, not much, but a little bit easier to execute the offense.
Right, those corners are so short out there on the edge. I mean, it's easy to get to the edge here with only 3 D linemen.
Ritter will keep it, turn it up, has a little bit of room. A nice gain by Ritter on 1st down. That'll bring up 2nd down and 4. Earlier, we talked with his dad, the head coach of the Blue Jays, about their strength offensively.
Yeah, I would have to say it's our read option game where they have to figure out whether Anthony's going to keep the ball or Cody Stelp, and our line do an excellent job of just locking up with people and giving avenues that you see a lot of this in college ball and things where you just lock up and let your athletes run.
And you just saw a good example of that. The read option. Give to Stolp, and Stolp pounds into the middle of the line. A gain of about 2, maybe a half yard or a yard short of a first down.
That play stacked that way. Both tight ends over on the left side. Motion to the left. So you got to think, well, ball's going to be going that way. It did go that way, but just short of the first down by a little over a yard.
Third and a long one. I know who I'm going behind. Right now, Hagedorn is off to a real good start up front for Central Catholic. I'd go right behind big number 72.
3rd down and 1.
Here they come.
Ritter gives it to Stolp. Plenty of room, and Stolp down to the 20-yard line.
Watch him on this down block here. I really like the work. He's doing good. He's in a nice little rhythm here as we take a look at the replay. You see 70 down. You just see him wash his defensive end down and creates a nice crease right there for Stolp. Excellent work, young man. Good strike angle. There you are. You get all the airtime, bud. Nice job.
6 foot, 185 pounds. He's a senior. In that right tackle spot.
1st down and 10. Ritter, the keeper, on that read. Gain of about 5 brings up 2nd down.
And right now you get the feeling you had, same feeling you had on their previous drive where they scored. They're just methodically chipping away at the defense. And here it is again as Ritter is going to take it up inside for about a 5 to 6 yard gain. But again, they have that feeling. They have that sense right now that they can get the job done.
It's that R word, rhythm.
That's right.
They're starting to settle into a little bit of a groove here. And you even like their tempo.
The other R word is Ritter. Give to Stolp, and Stolp, ball on the ground, covered by the Jays. Boy, dangerous there, covering up the fumble, and enough for a 1st down.
Good experience by Central Catholic on offense, 6 seniors. See what happens here.
Right on the football. That's a
big
great
hit,
tackle.
Big hit, right. Oh, that's
good hustle.
Ryan Mittis on the hit. Great job.
Like Nate Bruning on the recovery.
On the spot.
It's that situation where one guy makes a tackle, the other guy goes for the ball. Worked out well though.
The keep by Ritter again. Ritter follows Stolp into the hole. A short gain of about 2. 2nd down and goal to go for the Jays.
Hagedorn is a little technician. Adrian gave his stats. You heard him right. He said 180 pounds, but I tell you what, he's a good technician down there.
He's a wiry 185 pounds, Damon. Gets the job done very, very well for his bunch, the Blue Jays.
4 wide now for the Jays. Ritter drops back, and he'll keep quarterback keeper inside the 5 down to the 3-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down and goal for the Jays.
That's just a great job by Colin Newman. His responsibility is that quarterback. He has to make this tackle or else he just waltzes into the end zone. And Newman from that middle backer spot gets that job done, stays in position, keeps his balance, head up right on the midsection, makes a tackle. Great job.
3rd down and goal. All tied at 6. 3:15 left here in this first half. Ritter rolls to his left. Throw across his body. Touchdown. He found Bruning.
Outstanding drive. Really good job of play calls here. A little counter action, shows the boot. A little throwback across the body. Tougher catch than it looked. That's pretty good coverage.
That's
dragging across the backside there.
Ryan Mittis on the coverage, and just maybe about a half a step off that coverage. Ball is completed. Once again, that offense just methodically down the field. They take the lead.
They'll go for 2. They'll go to the air again. Ritter fires into the end zone. Incomplete. In and out of the hands. Is that Bruning again? Nope, it was Haas. Here's a touchdown.
Touchdown pass, and again, see the coverage is pretty good. pretty good, but just maybe about 1/2 step late. Good throw right into the midsection. Got it away from the defender. Well done. Well executed. The whole drive was well done.
A Big Red wrap-up won't be seen at its regular time on Tuesday night this week due to the NSAA football championships. Instead, the wrap-up can be seen on Wednesday night with a look back at Saturday's game at Texas A&M. This week's special guest, Matt Davison. Plus, we'll look ahead to Friday's game with Colorado, Nebraska's last regular season game of the Big 12. Join us for Big Red wrap-up this Wednesday at 7 Central on NET1 and NET HD. Plenty going on in Huskerland right now, and a lot to talk about on Wednesday night, huh, Nate?
Really, what's going on?
I think so. We'll have a rousing, good show, I'm sure.
I've been missing it.
Just not haven't been around?
Yeah, did I miss something?
Yeah. Game down in College Station this past weekend.
Oh.
And then, of course, Colorado game upcoming now for the Big 12 North title for Nebraska.
You know, those two games, guys, 5 games into the year, not even worried about it.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
A&M bugged me from the start.
No, I wasn't bugged about them as long as they had the situation going that they had. But when they made the changes, then you had to start worrying about it.
Kick deep, kept in. Thomas will bring it back. Thomas out to 15, piled up. Look at Haas. Haas right there to drive him back. Good coverage.
And that other guy, number 72 again.
That's right.
Hagedorn rapidly becoming a favorite. Nice form tackle.
Straight up drive.
Get by with a little help from his friends.
That's good.
Inside 3 minutes now left in this first half. Central Catholic on top 12-6. We have halftime headed your way. We'll talk about the NSAA Wrestling Championships and changes that are ahead for Omaha. Also first half highlights. We'll take a look at stats. It's all coming up at halftime of this Class D1 state championship game.
That's going to come back.
You saw the flag on the play.
It spun him around. It was, who just drew that holding penalty? It was 66, Pietrowski.
Ooh, call goes the other way.
Did he point the right way, Adrian?
I think so.
So Petreski.
Ooh.
Boy, filled the hole well.
That would be interesting. Will they give me a number here?
Illegal use of hands.
No, it's high school.
On the defense.
No.
10 yards from the end of the run.
Oh, his ass. See, I'm in the
First down.
habit. Who was that on?
That's right.
Who was that on? That's a big one, too.
Creates that first down, you bet. Moves the ball up near midfield.
The ball out now to the 27-yard line.
Plenty of time for the Bulldogs to
mess with me.
Get the job done.
99.
104, Coach. First down and 10. Bettis with the toss outside to Morrill. Morrill shut down. Another job by Morrill to keep moving, and the whistle stops him. His forward progress.
Unusual set that time with
unbalanced.
The back was unbalanced in the back, and the running back and the fullback kind of set over to the right behind each other. But again,
Jacob Morrill trots off. Second down now and 10. Newman in there in the backfield along with Mettis. Mettis will roll to his left. Fires out in the flat. And out of bounds goes Thomas.
Still going to create now a long an intermediate third down. Let's call it that.
You get to see, it's easy to see how they can spread the ball around. I tell you, Morrill looks a lot like Thomas, and Thomas looks a lot like Derek Tyler, and Tyler looks a lot like Colin Newman, and just a bunch of interchangeable parts in this offense.
Well, they said they had like 5 people that could just go any which way you want them to go. We have seen that here. Big down right here, 3rd and 5 to go.
On the third down, wide open, out in the flat, the tight end. Wetzler catches it and pushed out at about the 30. Big gain for Holden Wetzler.
Now he's the one that doesn't look like the others. He's the 6'5", 215-pounder making his presence known. Watch him just leak out of the backfield here.
Good ball handling right here, guys. Linebacker just late getting over. And now, smartly, he gets out of bounds. It works.
17-yard gain on the throw to Wetzler. Ball down at the 31. First down and 10. Creighton trying to drive here late in the first half to tie it up. Morrill's got room. Boy, nice job and support. And the tackle.
Bruning over there, Nathan Bruning, and he works off the block. And tell you what, if he doesn't work off that block and keep his feet under him, that's a touchdown without a doubt. But he's able to work off the block over there on the corner. Not only that, come up and make the tackle, make a good solid tackle.
Gain of 5 on the play, 2nd and 5. Back to throw is Metis. He'll pull it down. He's got a lot of room. Metis, nice move inside the 15, down to the 13-yard line on a nice gain by Ryan Metis, the 6-foot, 174-pound junior.
Everything's closed up over on the left side, so let's go back right. And now, move it upfield, and he gets ever so close. Where are they at? About 13-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 13. Metis fakes the give, rolls to his left, has Newman out there. Newman with a nice gain and a nice hit, hard hit by Ritter.
West Point misaligned there, a little confusion. Lost their flat defender. Creighton able to take advantage of it. You're starting to see a lot of misdirection here, especially in the passing game, and guys leaking out to the flats. Showing a little boot action. It's always tough recognition because those backs out of the backfield get on you in a hurry.
Inside the 10-yard line, 2nd down and 3. Metis puts his head down and barrels near the 1st down, and it looks like he'll have enough. Inside 30 seconds left in this first half, and it'll be a 1st and goal for the Bulldog offense.
Just hammer and tong football right there. Metis saw what he needed to do, go right into that defender and just blast as hard as you could, and he does that, gets the 1st down, and stops the clock.
Good job of clock management here from Creighton. Not going to leave too much time here on the clock for a West Point drive.
Well, I'd love to hear from you. Send us an email. Let us know what you think about our sports coverage of the NSAA High School Championships. If you value the statewide NET television coverage, let us know, and let our sponsors know by writing to sports@netnebraska.org. We thank you for watching the NSAA Football Championships on NET and NET HD. As you know, NET is Nebraska's home for sports. Had one comment from a viewer already emailed into us, and it says, "Hi, thanks for giving me the chance to watch the game online. As a former exchange student of Howells High School, I really enjoy watching the game live all the way from Sweden. Go
all
Bobcats."
Right.
That's
you made that up.
Nope, right in. Can't make up stuff like that. You just can't make it up.
It's something else.
Just awesome.
I want to thank Helen for emailing in. So 1st and goal. Metis right up the middle, and Ryan Metis puts it in the end zone and ties it up at 12.
Never gave Central Catholic a chance in terms of the snap count. Just quick count, snap it, go, and move on in, and that's exactly what he did. Did it with relative ease.
I'm going to go ahead and get my seatbelt on as we take a look at this replay here with this offensive line surge. It looks like we're going to be in for a good one here. A lot of ebb and flow, little give, little take.
Yep. Creighton came out early, took the 6-0 lead. The Blue Jays come back and answer with 12 straight. And now the Bulldogs put up 6 more on the board, all even at 12.
It's something, Larry, they needed to do. They needed to make sure that they kept themselves in this ball game. 24 seconds left until half, and they get that score. They'll go into the locker room with a little newfound vigor, and both these teams will come out in the second half, and it'll be another, as you said, put the belt on.
So a quick conversation by head coach Jeff Jensen.
Important 2-point conversion here with a tie football game. You start chasing points.
A 2-point conversion now. Metis looks into the end zone, rolls to his right. He's under pressure, steps out of it, and in there. Great job by Metis to scramble and in there for the two-point conversion. The Bulldogs lead it 14-12.
When you have an athleted quarterback, and of course we've seen that in this stadium a number of times this fall with Nebraska, but watch this.
Wanted the slant right away.
Yeah, it's covered up there. Now he's going to think about it one more time, and now let's go. And he uses that speed and that agility to get himself in the end zone and give his team the lead.
That's just not fair. Sean Emanuel over there dealing with the shifty guy out in the open field.
Well, over the air, on the radio, or online, you can always stay informed with NET News. In-depth coverage from around Nebraska that matters to you. You have a 24/7 access to the latest headlines, gavel-to-gavel coverage of the Nebraska unicameral, plus repeat broadcasts of public affairs programs. netnebraska.org/news provides you with the information you need to know. In the office, at home, or in the car, you can always stay informed with NET News. 14-12 here, 24 seconds before halftime of this Class D1 state championship between the Creighton Bulldogs and the West Point Central Catholic Bluejays. Bulldogs came into this game undefeated on the year at 12-0. Bluejays' only loss, first game of the season, to Howells, which won the Class D2 championship this morning. High kick taken by Ritter. Ritter spins out of one tackle and out to about the 21.
He seems to be in the vicinity of the football all the time. There he is. He's up man on the kickoff, and where's it go? Right to him.
Yep. So 25 seconds left. Make it 20 seconds left. Central Catholic with the ball. See if Dave Ritter is going to try for one more score or happy to go into the half down 2 at 14-2 or 14-12 by 2. Ritter rolls to his right. He'll go downfield. Look downfield. Nobody there. Rolls to his right. Then steps up. Launches one way downfield. Flag thrown high in the air.
That's an easy one. It might be an I was going to say an eligible man downfield, but I'll let the smart guys figure it out.
A little bumping going on down there. See who gets
sideline. The sideline judge threw it. That's an odd place for.
Let's see who gets the benefit here. Check your note card.
Chris Erickson will make the call.
Yeah. Didn't think it had anything to do with the play downfield when the side judge threw it.
Well, they will mark that off, and it'll probably be just enough to convince Dave Ritter to
unsportsmanlike conduct.
Run out the clock here late in the first half.
Obstruction on the offense. Succeeding spot foul. Second down.
Sideline obstruction called. Goes all the way back to the 10.
Yeah, that's happened to me. Guys start creeping up over that sideline. Hey, we need some crowd control down there, Coach Ritter. That's what those cones designate. You know, you guys got to be behind those pylons. Did I say cones?
It usually happens as the official goes running down the sideline and he trips, right?
I tell you what, and nothing infuriates those guys quicker than traffic on the sidelines, because some of those guys have been hurt before. They're very animate about keeping you. There's 3-foot distance there.
Well, they're running with their eyes out toward the field, so if you get tripped, as Ritter hands it off to Stolp, and Stolp with a good gain, about 2 seconds left, and a timeout by the Blue Jays. Good carry by Stolp.
2 seconds left. Going to give it a go one more time.
Worth giving a shot.
Why not?
Got it out to about the 25, 26 yard line. Another carry by Stolp. So an interesting first half here in the Class D1 state championship showdown between Creighton and Central Catholic. Creighton leading it 14-12 on the strength of that last touchdown run by Metis. 2-point conversion run by Metis. Coach Dave Ritter in his 9th season, setting up one final play.
So long, you got it. Well, we talked during the first game. Do we have a play for 3rd and 24? You got to play to generate points from 60 yards out.
So 2 seconds left here in the first half.
Look for a little hook and ladder here.
Ritter rolls to his right and looks downfield, and he will fire deep. Got a man down there, but overthrows him. Gave chase, but Whitfeld could not catch up to it. And that will end our first half of play in the Class D1 state championship. It's the Bulldogs of Creighton on top of the Bluejays from West Point CC, 14-12. Down to John Bishop.
Coach, West Point Central Catholic seemed to take advantage 2 straight drives, but you came right back. Talk about that last drive before the end of the half.
Well, I thought maybe we got off the ball a little bit better and knocked them off the football. I think maybe they played more physical than we did early.
What do you think you need to do in the second half?
We got to play physical football. We haven't done that yet. I mean, ISO and power is our bread and butter. We haven't been able to do that yet.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Much John at halftime of the Class D1 state championship. Blue Jays and Bulldogs battling. It's 14-12.
I just wanna be okay, be okay, be okay. I just wanna be okay today. I just wanna be okay, be okay, be okay. I just wanna be okay today. I just wanna feel today, feel today, feel today. I just wanna feel something today. I just wanna be okay, be okay, be okay. I just wanna be okay today.
Always there when the day begins. And we exist to generate your power, deliver it safely and answer your call. We are always there through snow and storm. We reconnect lives and make things brighter for your family and ours. Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us. Together with your local public power utility.
You're watching NET Kids.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life.
Nebraska Stories Online lets you find out more. Log on to netnebraska.org/Nebraska Stories.
NET sports coverage of the 2010 NSAA Football Championships are brought to you in part by U.S. Bank, committed to customer service through performance, products, and people. U.S. Bank, proud sponsor of high school athletics on NET, member FDIC. By Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska, one less thing to worry about. And by Education Quest Foundation, improving access to college through scholarships, grants, and college planning services. And welcome back to Memorial Stadium. We are at halftime of the Class D1 state championship game between Central Catholic and the Creighton Bulldogs. Bulldogs on top 14-12. Pleased to have with us now Assistant Director of the NSAA, Darren Boyson. Darren, thanks for being with us. Let's talk a little bit about wrestling, which has been now in Omaha for a few years. Talk about how it's going up in Omaha.
Well, we're very blessed to have a great facility there, and obviously Lincoln will become part of the mix as they build an arena. If they're interested in hosting, obviously Lincoln would probably like to have that back, but we'll see what happens there. One of the changes this year is, in the past, Creighton has had a lot of basketball games after the game. And so this year they're actually going to play before the game. And that means it's going to be kind of an all-nighter getting set up. We've been very fortunate beforehand to say all day, take our time, and now we'll get started about 11 o'clock at night. So that's going to present some challenges.
You'll be intimately involved with that, right?
Unfortunately, yes. So we're going to do some shifts and things, but with this also, the changes are going to allow us to really use the facility for what it's really used for, and that was just like the NCAA used it. We'll be able to use it now for 10 full mats, and that's exciting for us.
Talk about what 10 full mats means to spectators who watch, and also for the wrestlers as well.
Well, I think number one priority is the wrestlers and the teams. We want to give them the best chance to compete. In the past, kids have had to weigh in possibly 3 days in a row at 7 a.m., and those are very early mornings for them. And so now we're able to back the schedule up an hour every day. We're also going to hopefully make the day shorter for the kids.
So now they won't have to be, the weigh-in times will be a little better for the athletes.
Weigh-in times will be a little later. We'll be able to condense the schedule. I think it's an advantage, not only spectators, but the wrestlers, I think, are really going to enjoy, I think, a condensed day and a facility where we're going to actually take some more of the seat out and have more floor space. Media, I think, will enjoy it as well.
So we're really talking about Thursday and Friday, 10 mats. Doesn't change the finals much.
Really doesn't. We'll go back to the 8-mat format on Friday night, Saturday morning, and then we'll go 4 mats for finals. One of the things that we are going to do, similar to what the NCAA is, we're going to open up 300 basically floor seating on both north and south end for fans. We're going to sell those Saturday morning, first come, first serve for finals, so they'll get to be right down by the floor, intimate with the wrestlers.
So nice to know if you have a kid wrestling in a finals or an opportunity to wrestle in the finals, you'll be able to get those on Saturday.
And that's correct. We've had in the past a drawing, and sometimes people don't get a great draw, and they might be up high. It's not going to be a ticket exchange, but it would give them a chance to say, hey, we want to be close to the action.
And of course, just a reminder to everybody, you can catch the finals once again this year on NET Sports. And thrilled to be able to bring you those from the Quest Center in Omaha. So you're excited about these changes, not only for the athletes, but the fans as well?
I think so. I think Quest is really willing to work with what we want, and we were able to go to the NCAA Division I championships last year and see, wow, there's a lot of things. Now, they're also, we realize that NCAA has a little deeper pocket, so they kind of get the whole facility. We'll still share the convention area with a volleyball tournament, one of the nation's biggest volleyball tournaments going on at the same time while we're there. But it's a great facility.
And this continues to be one of the biggest draws for the NSAA. Fans from all over the state able to come in and see some great wrestling.
Oh, absolutely. We're I think if the NSAA is very blessed, I think, and our member schools, the way we do things is we try to keep these championships together if at all possible, and it's an exciting venue to have all of our classes together in one, and I think Nebraska is really, really lucky to do that.
Appreciate you joining us.
Thank you. We appreciate your support.
That's Darren Boysen with the NSAA. We'll be back at halftime at Memorial Stadium, the Class D1 state championship game. It's 14-12, Creighton on top.
Hey, college doesn't just happen. There's a few things you need to do to find the school that's the right fit for you.
Yeah, like thinking about your career interests and then researching colleges that fit those interests.
And going to college fairs and talking with college representatives to visit your school.
And most importantly, you should visit the schools that interest you. After all, you wouldn't buy a pair of shoes without trying them on first, would you?
You know, many years ago when I was about 8 years old, I got the opportunity to watch a box turtle behind my house lay her eggs. And watching that turtle go through all that effort, it just piqued my curiosity, and I wanted to learn more and read more. My entire job is science. I want children to get connected with science and utilize the technology and the engineering abilities, because each one of us has the ability to change the world.
To find out what you can do to inspire a young person, visit connectamillionminds.com.
A diesel-powered engine on a farm works hard and operates in a grueling environment. Soy biodiesel fuels stand up to the challenge of powering farm equipment, but are also renewable and environmentally responsible as well. The Nebraska Soybean Board is committed to encouraging the use of soy biodiesel to protect the environment and sustain Nebraska's agriculture. The Nebraska Soybean Checkoff, growing opportunity from the ground up.
You're watching NET Television.
Along with Adrian Fiala, I'm Kevin Kugler. The next Big Red Wrap-Up is on Wednesday.
And Kevin will recap Nebraska's game with A&M, and our special guest will be former Husker and receiver analyst Matt Davison.
Don't forget the Wrap-Up is on Wednesday, right here on NET, Nebraska's home for sports.
Welcome back to Memorial Stadium. We are at halftime of the Class D1 state championship. The Creighton Bulldogs on top of West Point Central Catholic 14-12. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half of play. We'll start with the Bluejays from Central Catholic, and great defense early on by this 11-1 squad. Only loss on the year to Howells, which earlier won a state championship. And then they come back and take the lead on the touchdown by Stolp. And then a nice touchdown across the body gave them a 12-6 lead at that point. Equally impressive defense on the other side of the ball by the Bulldogs from Creighton. A toss out in the flat to Newman. Newman with a great move here inside the 20. That would lead to a Morrill touchdown. And they had the lead and came back to even it at 12 apiece. And then on this play, it was a two-point conversion good to make it 14-12, and that's where we're at the half. A look at the statistics at the half. A clear advantage for the Bluejays in rushing. Total yards, a slight advantage, 126 to 111. First downs even, so a very even game through one half of play and a very even score as well. Just the two-point conversion separating these two teams. The Bulldogs 14-12 at the half. When we come back, Adrian and Damon will join us. We'll talk more about this D1 state championship game. We'll hear from the coaches and second half action. It's all coming your way on NET Sports.
Programming on NET television is made possible in part by U.S. Bank. Across Nebraska, the nation, and everywhere in between, U.S. Bank provides financial, trust, and investment services to individuals, large corporations, and small businesses. Wherever you go, whether it's in person, on the phone, or on the World Wide Web, you'll find U.S. Bank. You'll find more than 50,000 U.S. bankers, home of the 5-star service guarantee.
Farmers rely on it. Businesses depend on it. Families trust it. It is public power. And at NPPD, we know Nebraskans don't take it for granted. That's why every dollar is reinvested into the system. The power plants, transmission lines, and utility employees that deliver safe and reliable electricity to you. Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us, together with your local public power utility.
What inspired me to pursue a career in technology was the fact that I have kids. We need the internet. They wouldn't be able to do any of their research without it. It's really important for our children to think science and technology is important. I believe that all kids should look towards technology because that's where the world is going. Get involved in all of the science activities because all of that experience can lead you a long way.
To find out what you can do to inspire a young person, visit connectamillionminds.com.
You're watching NET Kids.
Ndamukong Suh was perhaps the best defensive player in the history of Husker football. When you join the NET Sports Partners Club now with your gift of $80, we'll thank you with this limited edition coin that pictures Ndamukong on one side and his long list of accomplishments on the other. Explore all the benefits of the Sports Partners Club today.
By Blue Shield of Nebraska, one less thing to worry about. And by Education Quest Foundation, improving access to college through scholarships, grants, and college planning services. Back for the second half of the Class D1 State Championship, Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska. The Central Catholic Bluejays trailing by 2 to the Creighton Bulldogs. That late touchdown drive by Creighton and the two-point conversion by Metis gave them that two-point advantage and could provide a little bit of momentum. But what we've seen so far is that neither team getting too far away, both teams responding to the other team's touchdowns.
Indeed, Larry, you know, when you take a look at the numbers for the first half are pretty even. More rushing for West Point than Creighton, but Creighton coming back a little more in the passing game. But total numbers, as far as offense goes, 126 for West Point, 111 for Creighton. So even up numbers.
I'll tell you what, early on, you take a look at the mental frame. Both teams showing some resiliency. A little punch, a little counter punch, counter punch. We'll see which offense settles in for West Point in particular, because I think they got to take a look at how they're going to try to attack that two-man line, which gave them some fits early on, and see just who they want to be as an offense. Do they want to get that thing out there on the edge, or do they want to try to attack what appears to be with those great big line splits, some open gaps in the middle. But I tell you what, Creighton did a very good job of disguising what was behind that two-man front.
Creighton, of course, won the toss to start the game. They deferred, so Creighton will get the ball here to start the second half with a 2-point advantage over the Bulldogs at 14-12.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
Memorial Stadium, Class D1 state championship at halftime. It's 14-12, Bulldogs over the Bluejays. And as you mentioned, Damon, the Creighton defense made some great stands late in the game, but offensively putting that drive in right before the half gave them that 2-point lead. Let's go down to the field to John Bishop.
Well, Coach, it seemed like you had the momentum after those 2 consecutive scoring drives, but then the Bulldogs came right back, got the score on you. So what did you tell the team at halftime?
Well, we just need to maintain or contain in our defense and maintain that our integrity of the defense. We just can't let the guys get outside on us, and we had a guy bite on a couple inside maneuvers on them, and so we just got to maintain our gaps and stay with it.
You've obviously played a lot of important games here in your day, but is there anything more special than what you're experiencing today? You're being the coach, your son playing quarterback?
I'll worry about that next week when we can think about it. Right now, we need to think about what's going on and what's at hand and win this game.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Spoken like a coach, guys.
Yeah, no
Worry
doubt.
about the
Cold
game
as
at
ice.
hand. That's right.
Well, Dave, a defensive end at Nebraska back in 81, 82, 83, one of those golden ages of Nebraska. But it's up high in the polls, 11th in 81, and 3rd in 82, and 2nd, of course, in 83. We all know that Miami ball game in 83. But great career. Dave Ritter at Nebraska, 3 times Big 8 champions.
I tell you, it's interesting to hear him talk about gap integrity and alluding to those run fits. I can't stress how important it is. When you have a gap and it's yours and you're supposed to hit it as a run defender, you have got to get there, because in 8-man, like Adrian talked about earlier in the ball game, with a short corner and 3D linemen, those edges, boy, they go away in a hurry.
Yeah, it happens very, very quickly down there in 8-man football. And of course, years ago we used to do the 6-man games and went even quicker.
Right.
But whole different game now than 6-man. But
And
so far right now, 14-12 and anybody's ball game.
Got us a ball game.
New for both of these coaches, guys. The 8-man game last year, both of these teams in Class C2, both moving down. Their first year in D1. Very unusual to have 2 first-year D1 coaches now stepping in and not only leading their team to a great season, but to the state championship game. And in fact, Dave Ritter's brother, Tom, is the coach at Humphrey St. Francis, which has been in this D1 championship game before. And so he gave him some pointers about 8-man football, so I'm sure he was able to lean on that heavily as well. Well, if you'd like a DVD of this game or any of the NSAA football or volleyball championships, go to netnebraska.org/sports, or you can call us at 1-800-868-1868 to order your DVD for just $19.95 plus shipping and handling. Be sure when you call to specify the sport, school, and the class when you're ordering by phone. It's a lasting memory for the entire family. You can get your DVD by calling 800-868-1868. NET is Nebraska's home for sports. As we mentioned, the Bulldogs winning the toss to start the game. They deferred, and so they will receive the ball here to start this second half. And deep for Creighton is Cole Thomas to receive. Anthony Ritter will kick it off. Second half underway. Deep into the corner, and it goes into the end zone. Touchback. Of course, in high school ball, if the kick goes into the end zone, it is a touchback. You cannot bring it back out of the end zone.
That's quite a weapon, too, because it's tough at this level to take it 80 yards and without a good return, or 60 yards when you're in D1 or D2. And tonight we'll see 2 very good kickers that really use that to their advantage.
Yeah, anytime you can get the ball into the end zone and eliminate returns, you've accomplished a great deal. So it's a big weapon, as you said.
So Metis back out there at quarterback. He will give to Newman, and Newman puts his shoulder down and runs right into a tough defense. Leading the way there was Sean Emanuel.
And Ritter's underneath all of it too, Larry. He's been all over the field today for this team. But got his nose stuck straight up underneath the pile in there, and great hit.
Tresky in there as well. Second down and 10. Again going nowhere as that Jays defense piles up Jacob Morrill. Make it Derek Tyler on the carry. So that'll bring up third down and long now for Central Catholic. There's a look at head coach Jeff Jensen in his 11th season.
I tell you, he's quietly doing a good job defensively for West Point. Is Leffler playing the nose, handling those double teams.
Halfback pass, looking downfield is Tyler. Tyler wide open. He finds Wetzler, and Wetzler out to about the 34. Or was that Metis? No, that was Metis who went out in the pattern. So Metis after the handoff with the reception.
You could see Metis after he handed it off, just drifting over there. And well done.
He's got some quickness. We saw his change of direction earlier when he left Emmanuel standing.
They convert the third down and long. Ball now at the 34. Tyler in the backfield along with Morrill. The give to Morrill. Nice job again up front by Sean Emanuel to get a foot and hold on. Emanuel with the tackle.
Take a look at the replay. Look at Leffler. That whole D line just really being physical at the point of attack.
Sean Emanuel, as you see, working straight off that block and able to come up big on the play. The big for them all year. 80 tackles on the year, a couple of sacks. There he is, good looking youngster.
Second down and 8. Metis back to pass. Caught out in the flat and fumbled out or incomplete. They will call it a catch and a fumble. And the fumble went out of bounds. They're calling him down because if he fumbled out of bounds, it would have been past the. Let's take one more look at this.
See, Metis gonna check the middle, all covered up there. So let's go out here.
I don't know if he ever had that.
Pretty close.
Third down and short. Given the backfield, Morrill with a big hole, busts through there. And a first down, tackled by Hagedorn.
Went over that left side. Lemke over there, the senior. Kyle Berglund, the center, working off the blocks.
Well, he just hits it a little different, doesn't he?
Hits it quick.
First down and 10. Creighton, on the strength of that touchdown just before half, continues to drive and continues the momentum. Metis drops back downfield, but he's forced out of bounds.
And that's a sack. Stepped out.
Good pursuit there by Petresky as well as Emanuel. Both chasing down Metis.
Play action here, and here's the point right here. You're going to recognize nobody's available, so just get rid of it. But he waits way too long to do that.
I tell you, Sean Emanuel's he's a pretty complete football player. Been all over the place. All three. That whole front line, defensive line for West Point.
Metis on the option, tosses it outside. And Morrill, Jacob Morrill with the carry. Gain of about 4, that'll bring up.
Sprint option, look how quick they get to the edge. Hagedorn gets reached. Puts you in a bind.
Gain of 9 there after the loss of 5 on first down. So third down and 6. Newman in the backfield. Metis drops back under pressure, eludes one tackle. Got the first down, and in there for the touchdown, but we have a flag on the play, and 3 flags coming in after the touchdown.
We're going to get a hold and an unsportsmanlike conduct.
Pressure coming on that right side by Central Catholic that time. An opportunity. Watch this here. An opportunity right there by number 66, Austin Petrowski, to make a play back there, but he slipped the tackle, and then Metis took it on in. And there it is right there, no doubt about that.
That will draw a flag every time.
Yeah, you just don't want to do that, obviously. Save the taunting for Halloween.
It was 3rd down and 6, both penalties against Creighton.
I think Stolp drew that hold.
Here's our referee, Chris Erickson from Auburn.
2 fouls on the play. First, holding during the play.
Foul against
offense.
The Bluejays.
Replay 3rd down. After the play.
And after the play, a personal foul. Unsportsmanlike conduct. That will back them way up. 25 minus is the net.
Yeah, not calling that play. Calling that play dead ball is a double whammy. That means they both get tacked on.
Looks like Metis is tending to some sort of cut or gouge on his finger or knuckle right there.
Well, probably hurts twice as bad after getting his hand slapped by the head coach.
Watch Petrowski here. He's been getting great penetration, especially the last 3 or 4 plays. Look for a little draw or screen here. 3rd and forever.
34 if you're counting at home.
We had 44 last game, did we not? At one point?
That's right.
3rd and 44.
Metis keeps it himself. Not to about the 31 near midfield. There's the 40-yard line midfield on this 80-yard 8-man field.
Still trying to stop that bleeding on that finger.
Got another flag on the play, and again another penalty against the Bulldogs. And it looks like Coach Dave Ritter says back them up.
Yeah, really playing field position as the clock ticks on here in the 3rd quarter. You get the sense that this one's going to be played close here.
So Coach Ritter decided not to back them up. He declined the penalty. That'll bring up 4th down. So 4th and 27.
Even if that was a division problem, it would be tough.
Metis to kick it away. Ritter lets it bounce in front and backs away, and it rolls down near the 10-yard line to about the 11. The Blue Jays will take over at the 11-yard line. Coming to NET Television Saturday night, Nebraska's very own Mulberry Lane. 4 sisters from Omaha bring you the music of the season. You can enjoy this special concert and celebrate with Mulberry Lane Christmas in Nebraska. Plus, find out how you can get tickets to see them live in several venues throughout the state. You don't want to miss this special concert. It's Saturday night, 7 Central on NET1 and NET HD.
And I have heard them, and they are excellent. So if you have an opportunity out there, fans, to check out Mulberry Lane, please do.
1st down and 10 from the 11. Ritter, option to his right. Pitches out. Stolp keeps it. Nice gain by Stolp.
Real good design by formation there. Had a helmet for a helmet out there on the edge. Left Stolp with the free defender. Take a look at Ritter getting to the edge. Pretty much unimpeded. Stolp able to make a guy miss as Tyler runs him out of bounds. That's all you can ask as an offensive coach, is to get your ball carrier on their free defender and take your chances, because then it just boils down to matchups.
7-yard gain for Stolp on the carry. 2nd down now and 3. Ritter under center, handles to Stolp again. He's got room up the middle. And enough for a 1st down and another 7-yard gain for Cody Stolp.
Central Catholic pulling 2 offensive people from the right side. See him coming up right there. And excellent block levied Looked like 72, Johnny Hagedorn making that block right there. Indeed it was. Well done. That's excellent timing by the offensive line, and the back hitting the proper hole.
Officials timeout, it looks like.
The officials saw the blood on the hand of Metis and made Metis go to the sideline. So subbing in is Brennan Becker at safety for Metis. Give to Stolp again, and Stolp up the middle, steps through a tackle, and make it 3 consecutive 7-yard gains for Cody Stolp.
And he on the day, prior to that carry, 12 carries for 82 yards. And he picked up, what, about 8 on that one, 7?
21 in the last 3 to match his number, starting to get it going. It's pretty good in the open field. Good footwork with that last defender.
Stolp in the backfield. Ritter under center. Give to Stolp again. Nice move. Stolp to the 50. Ball was at the, I think at the 40. Ball was at the 33. So guys, that's 4 straight 7-yard gains for Cody Stolp.
Good kick out by Hagedorn. He stopped right inside there. The nice nifty footwork secures the football.
Center Anthony Gunther blocking down to make it work as Hagedorn does his magic up front. So again, a nice sustained move by the Blue Jays here as they continue to hammer away at that defense.
Metis now back into the game at safety for the Bulldogs. They give this time on the outside. Eilerts tries the right side, and Eilerts maybe for a gain of 1.
That time trying to get Sean Emanuel out there, the guard, senior guard, trying to get him out in front to lead that play, but it all closed out just too quickly.
That's a nice tackle by Thomas. That's how you run the alley.
String it out, make sure you got support on the outside. It works just like that.
Give to Stolp again up the middle, and again Stolp with room. He's got a lot of room. Stolp at the 10. Touchdown, Cody Stolp.
Yeah, just a matter of time right there.
Just a flag down on the play, however. Let's see. I think it happened after the play was said and done.
A 39-yard touchdown run by Cody Stolp.
Again, Hagedorn coming off that right side to block. Brooklyn coming off that center to block and lifting up and going. There goes Stolp.
Even at the 8-man level, you can see a good old power G. Pulling both the guard and the tackle. We call that tag. Get the kick out block, the nice seal. He cuts right up inside. Nice footwork. I like that.
The touchdown is good.
Run, young fella, run.
Play. Block in the back. On the defense. The penalty will be enforced on the
So the block in the back came after the play. It was called an unsportsmanlike conduct, so it will be tagged on at the kickoff. So now the 2-point try by Central Catholic.
A swinging gate here.
One defender over there on the left side, and Ritter can move.
Ritter throws it out there to Stolp, and Stolp tripped up. Good support by Brennan Becker, and Becker with the tackle. So a 4-point lead for the Blue Jays, who have regained the lead here to start the 3rd quarter.
Here's the touchdown play by Stolp. And again, the blocking up front, as we saw Berglund and
Hagedorn coming around the pool.
Yeah, there's Stolp again kicking loose. I was trying to find out or see that block in the back.
Well, next Tuesday on NAT television, you can follow the 2006 Husker volleyball team on its journey to winning the 2006 National Championship in front of a sold-out crowd in Omaha. Remember the victory and learn the history behind the nation's premier women's volleyball program as NAT television presents Nebraska Volleyball Dream Like a Champion next Tuesday night, November 30th at 8 Central, right here on NET1 and NET HD. Terrific year for Nebraska volleyball as they win the national title in 2006.
Interesting here. They'll be kicking off from the 40. You see them hang this up here high. Really make Creighton try to field this as opposed to kicking it through the end zone. Sometimes it can get tough to handle these high spinners, especially under these lights if kids aren't accustomed to it.
Ritter will kick it away, and he blasts away into the end zone. No return. So Central Catholic comes back on the strength of the running of Cody Stolp. They have regained that lead at 18-14 here in the third quarter, 5:30 left.
The last two series, both offensively and defensively for these ball clubs, are indicative of how this game's going to go. West Central on the verge of seizing control in the interior. Their offensive and defensive line starting to take over.
Medicine there at quarterback, inside give to Tyler, and Tyler is stood up. What a play by Anthony Ritter.
Like I said, guys, when the ball's in play, so is Ritter. Again, right there to make the immediate hit, steps up into the hole, beat that block right there. That was number 70 trying to, Heath Lemke trying to block Ritter. He was able to beat that and make that play.
So. Tyler's a stocky kid at 5'10", goes about 215, 220, and Ritter met him in the hole and let him go nowhere.
Low man wins. We talked about it earlier.
Second down and 10 as this Jays crowd starts to get into it. Mattis looks downfield, goes across the middle, broken up. Nice defensive effort by Nate Haas. Trying to find Wentzler.
Watch Haas use his body right here. He's going to go for the ball, and great connection, steps right in front, uses that body. No chance at all that receiver's going to make that play.
Mattis has got to keep that out in front on that backside post pattern, or maybe give it some air, one of the two. It's not a line throw. Not a real manageable down and distance here. Careful.
3rd and 10. Mattis bobbles the snap, then pitches outside. Flag on the play as Morrill's pushed out of bounds. And
just too much to handle out there on the edge with that defensive back. He was forced to grab, and it'll be interesting to see, will they set up a 4th and 4, or were they going to back him up?
So that will bring up 4th down if they decline or back him up, and it looks like this time Coach Ritter says, yep, let's back him up. Nope, decline. We'll have him kick it.
Yeah, I would, yeah, exactly. You back them up and you give them another opportunity. Here it's 4th, and they're not gonna keep it and try to go in that sort of field position.
We just mentioned it. Starting to take advantage of what's going on up front is West Point right now.
Medicine there to punt it away. Good deep kick. Be taken by Ritter. Ritter steps out away from one. Back up the middle. Ritter, a nice move. Ritter still on his feet. Drugged down. Holding onto that foot for dear life and pulling him down was Brennan Becker.
Just refusing to go down here. Again, athlete all over the place. I bet he sleeps well tonight, guys.
So a lot coming up over the next 2 days on NAT Sports. This morning, of course, we kicked it off with Howell's state championship in D2. D1 right now, Class A coming up tonight at 7 o'clock, and then 3 state championship games for you tomorrow. Starting at 10 a.m., Kevin Kugler will be here along with Matt Davison, Adrian Fiala. I'll be down in the field for all of those games tomorrow. Ritter keeps it himself, and Ritter rolls into Bulldog territory down to the 34-yard line. 1st down.
This one isn't rocket science. You take a look at these guys up front. Good stretch block, nice positioning. Sealing the second level, you get the short corner. Look at the wide receiver out here, went out front. That's just well executed.
And
right
how about the block by Sean Emanuel? He's the
look at Bruning out there.
The guy who got it all going, right up there from that left guard spot.
Emanuel, I'm a fan of his too.
You talked about momentum shifting, and right now it is certainly as Stolp takes it. He's got more room. Stolp to the outside. down inside the 15-yard line. Stolp to the 13. Cody Stolp, another big gain of 21 yards.
What a block downfield by Nathaniel Haas. As we may or may not see, watch it here, 42 downfield. It's going to come right in there and give Stolp a lot of room to run, pick up another 7, 8, 9 yards downfield. And right now,
Haas got 2 of them.
Yeah, right now, Central Catholic they're golden right now.
He needs a little syrup as well. That was a nice pancake.
3 wide for the Jays, and Ritter will keep it. Spread them out and run it. Ritter with a nice move. Cuts it back in, down to the 1-yard line. Goes Anthony Ritter. Another big gain for Ritter.
You saw the pendulum swing right before the half. And as Creighton's coach alluded to, he says, you know, power and ISO are our staple. We got to get more physical up front. So he got the sense that his team was not winning the battle in the trenches, and that has manifested itself here in the third quarter as West Point Central Catholic up front with Hagedorn and Emmanuel and Gunther just starting to assert themselves up front.
First down and goal from the 1. Hands off to Stolp. Stolp is in there for a touchdown.
Not much doubt about that situation as they just, again, bing, 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 right down the field. Had an opportunity to take Ritter out in terms of field position on that previous play, but not able to make the tackle downfield, and now Stolp just finishes it off right here.
Good Sean Emmanuel.
24-14 on the score.
There you see Stolp's numbers. 17 carries, 157 yards. That his 3rd touchdown.
Emmanuel had to have driven his guy 5-6 yards off the ball.
2-point conversion. Over the middle, flag.
No question about that one.
A little soon.
Yeah, Creighton's got to keep their composure here. You're still, you know, it's still a 2-score game. You don't want to get out of character here. You got a good enough offense where you can, if you can hang in here this last 3:28 and keep this within 2 scores, set this thing up into the 4th quarter.
And the flag was against the Jays, so the 2-point conversion fails.
Just for our viewers at home, when they go to the swinging gate and you're in 8-man, he was covered up. That means he is ineligible. He's ineligible to go out for a pass. So kind of being a little too cute there. Just misaligned. I understand the concept, but you got to make sure you get your formation lined up right.
Let's go down to the field to John Bishop.
Well, guys, we saw Anthony Ritter start to assert himself in this game. A couple of big runs on that series. So far this year, nearly 2,400 yards of total offense, and we saw him do it with his legs. And I've heard him compared a little bit, and Damon, maybe you can speak a little more to this, to Bronson Marsh, the young man we saw here last year from Millard South, the state championship quarterback. Now, Ritter's a couple of inches taller, but I'm curious what you see, Damon, in the similarities between those two.
Yeah, that's a good comparison, because I thought Bronson Marsh was a deceptively good runner. I thought it was an overlooked skill set that he had, and he really got to keep plays alive, and he'd hurt you with the quarterback run game as well. So I can definitely see that comparison. They've got similar size too. And the good thing that both of them do really well is one guy does not bring them down. And when you have to gang tackle and you force people to play 8-on-8, advantage offense.
So the touchdown gives the Jays a 10-point lead at 24-14. Kick taken by Cole Thomas at the 10. Thomas out past the 20 to about the 23-yard line, and that's where that Creighton offense will try to get some spark and get back in this game. 3:24 left here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, they're down 10 points, still plenty of time in the ball game. A full 4th quarter left to go, and 3 minutes plus here. So no time to panic. Keep the composure and keep it rolling. Jeff Jensen trying to relay that information and that feeling to his team.
First down and 10. The give to Morrill. Morrill with some room around the left side. A gain of 12 out to the 35 by Jacob Morrill.
I tell you, good job by Morrill. You'd like to almost see him get more touches. He looks a little different than everybody else for Creighton when he carries the ball. He's got that good initial burst and doesn't have a lot of carries. I think that was maybe his 10th or 11th carry on the night for 57 yards. But they don't run him ragged. You know, they get him his touch. He comes and takes the blow. They get him a touch, and might have to ride him a little bit here down the stretch.
Give to Derek Tyler up the middle, and Tyler still churning forward. Nice gain by Tyler of about 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down and 7.
Trying to get that defense to bite a little bit on the motion right there, as motion came right to left. And that jet play, that flash play. But nobody is biting on that. Just a short gain here, a couple of yards. 3 yards to make it.
Morrill back into the game now, along with Colin Newman. Fake the give.
Oh, goodness.
Menace rolls to his right. He's got a room in front of him. Flag on the play. Right in the area where you expect a holding call, and Menace had enough for the 1st down.
Oh, yeah, Jacob Morrill wide open across the middle for a long, long time. Just not able to pick him up. The action a little bit too fast and too furious down there, but
I tell you, if he gets rid of that on time, we might not have the hold either, because that block was unnecessary. It happened when he got outside the pocket and scrambled. I'd like to have that one back. He broke wide open.
10-yard penalty. Replay 2nd
The
down.
holding call against the Bulldogs. That'll back them up 10. Bring up 2nd and 17.
The 6th penalty on Creighton, but they have been some costly ones. Really take the 7th, excuse me, really take them out of their offensive rhythm. You see Coach Jay, he's a little bit frustrated. He's got to be. He's seen his team lose his composure here a little bit. You got to reel it in there, fellas.
Just a touch foul there, as it looked like he might have tapped him in the back when he was chasing him. Menace now out of the backfield, going back to Thomas. And we have interference called on Nate Haas.
reached right up into his arms on that play. We'll perhaps have a chance to see it again, but trying to get to the backside. Here we go.
A little throwback
going to
action
deliver it
here.
up here. Now watch if we can here. Well,
looks like a pretty good play there.
Yeah, it looked like a very good play. Actually, I didn't see any contact with the arms. I thought initially the arm contact was there, but it didn't appear on that replay. Good job on the camera work, guys.
15 yards.
So pass
Automatic
interference is the call.
first
That'll
down.
mark him off 15 yards. And I believe an automatic 1st down. Yes, it is. 1st down and 10. So ball spotted at the 38-yard line. And the Bulldogs with the ball. Menace at quarterback, Newman and Morrill. On the option, Menace tosses out to Morrill. Good hit out there by Ben Eilerts. Eilerts with the tackle after a gain of about 3 yards, make it more than 3.
I tell you,
Almost 6.
West Point plays good team defense. It seems like we're almost calling somebody's their name on every play. Guys understanding their role, doing a very good job with their alignment, assignment, and technique.
2nd down and 5. Menace looks downfield again, ball batted in the air, pulled down. And a catch by the Bulldogs.
Athleticism,
Off of the tip.
Berglund.
And Berglund, Kyle Berglund, the center, recognizing it in the air.
He caught that like he's gone out for a pass or two. He didn't give it a second thought.
He's been telling the coach all week, I can be a receiver, coach. And see the ball tipped up in the air. Berglund very alert.
Look at the big fella in stride.
Berglund's 5'8" and weighs 218. Moving upfield.
He'll be telling his kids about that one day.
That's good. He just showed
It'll be a post pattern when he retells the story.
That's right.
His head in the football game.
Menace keeps it on the option. He's got room and push down. Haas with a touchdown saving push to knock Menace off his feet.
Creighton going on that quick count again. They've done that 3 or 4 times here tonight. And the option opens up right through the middle. Look at that block. And I believe that block was again by Burton. Right up through the middle. Sprung Menace on the play.
Good save by Haas. 1st down and 10. Ball at the 18 now. Fake the give. Menace goes the other way around the right side. Has some room. Menace in there for a touchdown.
I tell you what, great play aside, how about the mental makeup of this bunch? They looked, I mean, you talk about staggering late in a fight, and here they come with a haymaker of their own. Metis, what we always talk about, you see the crease, you be the crease. He's in and out, splits the defense. We're back within one score, fellas.
It's just good recognition by him because he saw all those white jerseys going to the left side, and he knew that would be shut down. So get back to the other side and found that wide open crease and simply just sprinted to the end zone.
Bulldogs with a chance to pull to within 2. They'll give it to Newman. Newman walks in for the 2-point conversion. It's 24-22. Creighton.
Look at this. You see the little half roll. He's looking.
He sees all those jerseys, all that white.
And right away, too.
Yeah,
no hesitation.
Quick recognition. And relatively simple.
Yeah, for you game players at home, we call that hitting the X button. Just hit the speed burst, and he's on his way.
A touchdown and 2-point conversion pulls Creighton to within 2 at 24-22.
You've got Xbox. What do they call? Is that the Y button for you, Larry?
This is what I'm going to call a last possession game.
Well, a false confession, faked evidence, a murder mystery from Murdoch, Nebraska. Tonight at 10 on NET television. It's CSI on trial. How did a murder investigation put 2 innocent men in jail? We sift through confidential documents, listen to court testimony, and speak to people swept up in a stunning, true-life crime drama. See what NET News uncovers when investigating a murder becomes a crime. Watch CSI on trial tonight, 10 Central, on NET1 and NET HD. So a whole new ball game here for the Bulldogs of Creighton.
I say just plenty of, as we talked about midway through the third quarter, late. Plenty of time, still lots of time for things to happen, and here's a kickoff.
High end over end kick, taking it about the 15. Out past the 25-yard line to the 26, and that's where the Blue Jays will have it.
You saw there those corner kicks. Sometimes, well, your object is obviously to cut down the field as far as return goes, but if they happen to get by those 2 guys on the outside, it could be a long go on down the sideline.
As a high school coach, you love to see kids at this age compete and show some mettle and some toughness, and we're getting all we bargained for here.
Yeah, like I said, David, this will be a last possession ball game. The way it's going.
Late in the third quarter, 36 seconds left. Blue Jays with the ball again, and once again, Staub steps to the tackle. Staub at the 20. Stiff arms a tackler trying to make it down, and finally drugged down after a face mask inside the 5-yard line. What a carry by Cody Staub.
Well, prior to that run, he had 157 yards.
Tack on 40 more.
Yeah, tack on. He's right at 200, but maybe a little bit more based on the penalty. Giving chase was Russell Wilkerson.
Just the footwork. See,
61 here.
You can't put a price tag on good feet. And I tell anybody that'll listen, I'll take good footwork over flat out speed any day of the week, because you have to be able to get in and out of the hole. He does a good job getting the daylight, does it seamlessly, and then he's off to the races.
But Russell had the good speed and good speed there. The big guy is 6'4" and 200. He's after Stolp, and he catches up to him. On the tackle, a penalty there, but
Walt Courtson had the horse collar and face mask, was called for the face mask, so that puts the ball at the 2-yard line. First and goal, that 51-yard carry puts him over 200.
208.
Again, Staub driving to the end zone, touchdown! What a carry by Cody Staub.
Showed you a little bit of everything on that drive. He showed you the nifty footwork, he showed you a little bit of speed, and he closed it out with some toughness, because I think he was a little bit banged up. He got spun around on the face mask. As we take a look at this, this surge. Watch his pad level get low. See, he's lower. Low, drive, win. Low man wins. Doesn't matter your size. If I can get under your pad level, Aid, advantage me.
He's now at 210, 4 touchdowns on the day. And Cody Stolp, 5'11", 180 pounds, leading rusher on this ball club this year. He came in with 29 touchdowns. He's at 33 right now.
The Blue Jays answer. The extra point knocked through by Anthony Ritter.
See, he did the right thing in kicking the extra point there. It puts it on 9. It makes it a 2-score game. You run the risk without the 2-point conversion of keeping it a 1-score game. Just simple mathematics right there.
Ritter now on the year, 2 for 2 in point after attempts. Well, log on to facebook.com/NET Sports and become a fan. You can leave questions, comments, and see what happens behind the scenes. Plus, see what's coming up next on NET Sports. It's fast, fun, and easier than ever to be part of Nebraska's only statewide sports network on facebook.com/NET Sports.
You know, it's even more incredible because in terms of PAT guys on kicks, he's just 1 for 1 on the year. So that'll make him 2 for 2 and a very important time for that to come up.
So Ritter now to kick it away. And after Creighton with the distance and put it in and pulled to within 2, the Blue Jays respond. You talk about competing, Damon, both of these teams right now competing.
Yeah, just ebb and flow back and forth. I'm glad I took the day off from the school district so I can come down and be a part of this. Thanks for allowing me a little time to get away, OPS.
13 seconds left here in the third. That kick goes right across the corner and a touchback. Great kick by Ritter.
See, this is what it's all about, too. I mean, even I sometimes, even though I'm a part of high school football, I'm caught up in this emotion because there's so much excitement, there's so much at stake, and these kids are just out here playing. This is all they know how to do. And Coach Jay down there with his hat on, crooked, just.
Well, what I like about it, all of that, plus this is just the pure level. This is just the pure level. We're not talking about all the other stuff, power, prestige, money, and all the other things, but just the pure sports and football level. Take the counter and away we go.
Flag on the play as Metis gets out near the 20-yard line. A couple of flags on the play. Personal foul face mask called against the Jays. So that will mark off 15 more yards and give the Bulldogs a first down out near midfield.
And once again, they come back and they will capitalize on that. First down at midfield, like you said, Larry, and try to make it all work with just 7 seconds left here in the third.
Metis hands it off to Morrill. Morrill on his feet, and Morrill into Creighton territory.
Within an eyelash of a house call. Almost stepped out of that one.
That'll be the last play of the third quarter. Fourth quarter's coming up. Should be a good one. It's 31-22. Back and forth game in Class D1.
I just wanna be okay, be okay, be okay. I just wanna be okay today. I just wanna be okay, be okay, be okay. I just wanna be okay today. I just wanna feel today, feel today, feel today. I just wanna feel something today. I just wanna be okay, be okay, be okay. I just wanna be okay today.
Hey, college doesn't just happen. You have to push yourself as you go through high school. Don't be afraid to take classes like Algebra 2, Biology, or a foreign language. They can help raise your ACT score and prepare you for college. I wasn't the smartest kid in high school, but I took the top classes and I passed. So what are you waiting for? Push yourself over to your counselor's office and sign up for them. They won't be easy, but you'll be glad you did.
NET Sports coverage of the 2010 NSAA Football Championships are brought to you in part by the Nebraska Public Power District, applauding the dedication, teamwork, and sportsmanship of Nebraska high school athletes. By the Nebraska Soybean Board, encouraging the use of renewable biodiesel fuels for a healthier environment. For information, nebraskasoybeans.org. And by Time Warner Cable, inspiring young people to build the skills they need in science, technology, engineering, and math to become the problem solvers of tomorrow. 12 minutes left, and we will crown a champion in Class D1. Will it be the Creighton Bulldogs or the Central Catholic Bluejays? Metis dancing around in the backfield, avoiding the pressure. Flips it out and broken up at the last second.
Metis is crafty.
Yeah.
He'll raise your blood pressure a little bit, but high risk, high reward.
Down to John Bishop on the field.
Last play a little wild and a pass nonetheless, but when you talk about a running game and a balanced running game, you got to look at this Creighton offense. I mean, Metis has been the big star, at least so far today, but as Morrow starts to crank up his offense, you add 4 different running backs and a quarterback, all averaging between 5, 6, 7 yards a carry. And Coach Jensen, as the season wore on, was asked, how do you keep these guys all happy? He said, it's easy. They all have to play for the team. It's not about what you need to do. It's what we need to do as a team.
Yeah, a lot of times, many times that doesn't work so well, but it has in this case, and it's really great to see that sort of teamwork, cooperation, and whatnot. But again, close ball game here.
Good story, JB. I think his exact quote was, how do you keep them happy? I don't.
It's hard to chicken or the egg. Which comes first, winning or chemistry?
That's right.
Because it's easy to share when you're racking up W's.
So flags on the play.
It's like us.
Back him up 5 yards.
You're nice enough to me. I can get along with you. Pay me enough. I don't joke with Adrian.
It's nice that I can work with you. I appreciate that.
No, I'm not going to pay you.
See, I had a feeling that was going to be that simple answer.
Pretty simple.
I wasn't going to go there.
No.
So Larry, he's a little more hard up for friends. He's an easier sell.
On Facebook, what do you mean?
I can't do social websites.
Keep by Metis. Metis spins down to about the 33-yard line, so that will bring up.
You hate to waste this good starting field position, but haven't been able to get on schedule here offensively. But you get the sense they'd want to punt the football away and see if they could pin WPCC deep, but we'll see. I didn't see the special teams trot out there.
They're going to go ahead and go for it. 4-down territory here and see if they can make this thing work.
Late defensive substitution.
4th down and 10 from the 33-yard line. Metis drops back to pass. He's got a man open down the field going after Thomas. Got it! Touchdown! What a pass by Metis!
What is there to think about, Adrian?
Yeah, I tell you what, he just floated him out of the backfield. Cole Thomas.
That's the play earlier I thought they were going to come back to when it was 4th down, where he had leaked out of the backfield.
Thomas, his 2nd touchdown reception of the year.
Metis took that safety off.
Hasn't caught many footballs this year, but he does here in a very, very important part of this football game. Everybody, all the skilled people out on routes on that last play. Empty backfield.
I just think here, if you have a kicker, you have to kick the extra point. I watched them go through it in warm-ups. They didn't look bad, but you just don't want to have a field goal put you in position to tie. You'd like to have it maybe give you the lead.
Well, Coach Jeff Jensen said they could try it, but they don't try many. As Metis scrambles to his left, looks for the end zone, got it.
What do I know? What do I know? Just put the hands of your best player.
When you got a guy like Metis out there that has the sort of agility and the speed that he has, you can see that play happening. It was open and he took it, and no doubt about it, 1-point game.
He's accounted for 4 points on these extra points just by sheer athleticism, not by design, but
you watch it here. It's just speed to the corner.
Is that a manual again he got? He got him going the other way for the first 2-point conversion. That's all right, Double Nickels. We know you're out there playing hard.
So we've got a 31-30 game. Blue Jays on top by 1 after the touchdown and 2-point conversion. Hey, we asked you the question earlier. Here's our trivia. Who set a new D1 record by scoring 25 touchdowns during 4 NSAA playoff games last year? It was Clinton Bellamy of Howell. 6 touchdowns he scored in that state championship game last year. A new state record.
After all those scores, I started getting the pronunciation right. I got a good friend back in Omaha who taught me how to say all these names out west. There's a trick to it, right?
Is that right?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I mean, we had, for Hushida and Bellany.
It's budging.
Next time,
That's
let me
a
know.
good try.
I'll send you my book.
You got one of those?
Well, no, I grew up in it.
Oh, okay. There it is.
So, but I'll send you my book.
What happened to just Smith and Williams and Johnson?
That's right. So 10-19 now left in the game. 31-30 Blue Jays. Clinging to that 1-point lead. Metis will kick it deep. Eilerts and Whitfeld are back to receive. Down that left side goes Whitfeld. Whitfeld still on his feet. Whitfeld down to the 34-yard line, and a nice return by Zach Whitfeld.
Just a freshman, 5'11", 145 pounds, but huge return right there at a great moment in this game. Gives his team great position to get started here. Watch it. As Whitfeld just going to weave his way up.
Well, kind of coverage ran by it, didn't they? And bobbing and weaving. Gamut of emotion in this one.
There's a good look at Whitfeld, the backup tailback. Give to Stolp again, and that time Stolp shut down.
Yeah, you get the sense Creighton said, okay, we've had enough.
That's right.
Had enough of this.
Well, a touchdown as they just scored. That'll spark your defense up a little bit. A little more incentive here to get this thing done. You're just 1 point out of the frame. And that defense is going to play that way.
See, I can read that. That said Fitch. How about that?
That was good.
I don't need a dictionary. That and coach saying, pitch, pitch. Trying to signal the play in.
Second down and 11. Ritter in the backfield along with Stolp. Ritter pulls it out and looks deep over the middle. Lots of time, rolls to his right. He'll keep it. And drugged down from behind. Good hustle by Volkortson.
Well, how about that hustle? It's a D lineman falling back to make that play.
Volkortson still down after making the tackle.
But also credit the secondary that time. 3 players from Central Catholic out on the route here. All of them covered up very, very well.
Good Ritter's poise.
Now Ritter is going to take it up and go.
Oh, that right arm.
Yep. Yeah, got it caught underneath there.
I don't want to speculate that it.
I hope it didn't jam up into
Yeah,
the
maybe his
Yep.
shoulder.
Yep.
Got pinned underneath him. That's one of those that it scares you at first because you lose all feeling. You're like, you start feeling for your clavicle or your shoulder blade, but then all of a sudden your senses come back to you. Kind of panic a little bit.
Volkortson up and walking off. 6'4", 200-pound senior. He's been a hustler here today.
Yes,
yeah, he'll be all right.
Yeah, I mean, it can be your funny bone too. And why they call it that, I have no idea, because it's never funny. It hurts like crazy. It should be your hurt bone.
Clock ticking near 9 minutes. 31-30, pass out in the open floor.
That is just a terrific route right there, and a terrific throw by Ritter. As we saw, stop going out, just coming right out of the backfield, right in the slot over there. The minute he makes the break, the ball is there, and there it is. It's almost impossible to stop that kind of route, that kind of completion.
Stall brought down by Newman. A timeout for a measurement on 3rd and 4.
Nose of the football there, Larry. Come on, Eagle Eye.
I think you got it.
Stretch.
Just enough. Maybe the nose.
Sure.
First down.
Whoa.
How did that go?
Now, how did the links on there count? Or?
Camera angle must have been a little goofy.
Holy moly. Coach Ritter, I knew it all along. Just continue to calmly chew that gum.
Big first down. 8:55 left in the game here of the D1 championship.
Well, his expression hadn't changed all game. Cooler than a fan.
Ritter back under center. Ritter with the handoff. Nothing there as the defense stays home. Good stop by Heath Lemke. Lemke, the 6'1" senior.
Trying to run that trap coming around from left to right with Emmanuel that time.
Let's go down to the field to John Bishop. John.
Russell for Quoldson. Good news, guys. He just got the wind knocked out of him. Plus that, they went retaped his left arm because it had been cut earlier in the game. So really good news for him. Back out there, getting ready to go.
A lot of production from that young man. 74 tackles on the year, 5 sacks. Well, Quoldson runs through the tackle of Quoldson there. And a nice gain for Stolp on 2nd down. So that'll bring up 3rd down now.
Manageable, manageable. That's the key. You want to be able to stay within the context of your offense. See, I got to get a stocking hat like that. Do you think, would you guys make fun of me if I wore a stocking hat and it was on crooked like that? He makes that fashionable.
Yeah, we'd make fun of you whether you wear a stocking cap or not. 3rd down and 4.
Says the 5'4" guy.
And a flag on the play.
That was delayed there. Procedure. False start.
The illegal procedure. That'll back him up 5 yards.
See, I think I jinxed him. 8. I talked about 3rd and manageable.
Well, again, this is going to go from 3rd and 4 to what, 3rd and 9 now?
And I think it changes the play call dramatically.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. It's something totally different here now. And then the Cards, you got to be looking at putting that ball up. That last play, it looked like it was going to be somewhat like the zone read. You're looking at
I go back to these wide splits here, too.
3rd and 9 after the false start. Ritter rolls to his right, looks downfield. Wide open over the middle. The catch by Stolp nearing the goal line, down at the 1-yard line on the completion from Ritter to Stolp.
He came from that far slot over there, and he is so quick and makes the cut so incredibly fast.
See, watch Tyler have to go with flow. See, they run the post right behind him. That is a well-conceived play. Your free safety has to get over and play over the top, gets pulled up, and you run the post right behind him.
It's just a very vulnerable area in every defense. That we call it the whole area back there.
First down and goal for the Jays. The give to Stolp. In there for another touchdown.
He's just racking them up.
One thing about this this game is that you get that ball down there that close, and I think the only way you don't get it is you fumble the snap or you fumble the handoff. This is just pretty automatic right here. Stolp, especially with a guy like this. This kid's money.
I think it's the spat. You like that? I couldn't do that in high school.
Here's an important play, guys. 2-point conversion, up by 7. 37-30, going for 2. Ritter rolling to his left under all kinds of pressure. Sacked. That'll be intentional grounding. It'll be declined, and the 2-point conversion, no good.
Yeah, it's a loss of down anyway. It wouldn't matter. I tell you, see, somebody's got to explain that to me, but that's why they pay those guys the big bucks, and I'm still trying to get my first win. I just think you make that an 8-point game.
Touchdown here, just seal it up, and I tell you, Stolp could probably make that play in his sleep.
How about Hagedorn?
Those guys over there on the right side, Gunther Hagedorn.
I said his name once.
Once or twice. Yep. That West Point community certainly very tight, and a very tight Central Catholic community as well. They've had great support for this team on their way down here to state.
And we knew it was going to be a tough game, and it was one of them games that people were pointing at all year long. And I guess our focus was to get from week 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 in the playoffs before we could look at the Bancroft game. And Coach Cerny and Coach Peck up there have done an excellent job with those boys, and they had 11 seniors, and we knew it was going to be a tough one. And it was too bad anybody lost that game, but we were fortunate to come out of that. So we had a kind of a three-way thing here this year. We traded some ground with the public school up in West Point, and we are Central Catholic, which means we're centrally located with 5 different parishes in the area. Also centrally located between Norfolk and Fremont as a Catholic school, and between those two, Norfolk Catholic and Fremont Bergen. So we're centrally located, and we traded some ground and got a new practice facility that's down on our campus, which is pretty nice. And then we went to Beamer and established a football field in Beamer, which is 8 miles up the road. And they welcomed us with open arms, put in a new press box, put the field up down by the ballroom, which is down in the park. Very, back in, I guess, in my day type of football field, no track around or anything like that. People are sitting in lawn chairs in the end zone. And and some of them are watching from their cars, and just a great atmosphere for a high school kid to play high school.
Great small town community up there in northeast Nebraska, West Point.
Sounded like communities plural.
Yeah, that's right. Multiple.
Beamer and north of here and west of there and east of here.
Interesting to see right here, guys, what's going to go, because Creighton and West Point both looking for their first win. And believe me, Creighton wants it just as much as Central Catholic does. And this will be an interesting series right here with 6:50 left in the game.
The give, spinning out of the tackle. A gain of 15 yards on the carry by Derek Tyler.
Well, he almost came out of that back end, and if he does, that's all she wrote. Katie Bardador on that one.
Senior, 5'10", 208.
Look at this green behind him here. Good kick out block.
Look at the block right there.
Look at this. There's nothing back there.
Heath Lemke on that block, number 70, was the spring block that got him going.
So I just think those ends are in a bind. If they squeeze, they get out around. If they hold their ground, they get kicked out. Got to be stout at the point of attack.
Newman leads the way from Metis. Metis knocked down after no gain.
It's just good footwork by the defense there, just to keep that play strung out to the boundary, to the sideline.
Started with Shawn Emanuel.
Make sure you use that sideline to your advantage. And then watch it right here, as you're going to see everybody just flow.
There's a man.
Ritter right there. And good job there by each of those players, led by Nathan Haas, to make the play.
2nd down and 10 from the 29-yard line. Metis back to throw. He's got daylight. Good move. Metis with room for the first down. Out past midfield. Into Jay's territory, down to the 35-yard line on the carry by Ryan Metis.
That athletic ability, and what a terrific cut about the 35. Watch this here. As Metis looking, nothing there. Nothing there. Now watch this cut right here. Bingo.
We get the sense he could shake free in a phone booth. He is slippery when wet.
Excellent ability, and as I said, each of these teams looking for that first title.
Metis with better than 750 rushing yards on the season. Again, hit keeper by Metis, turns it up. A gain of about 1. We'll bring up 2nd down and long.
What was that?
Interesting thing about this is you go way back to the summer and maybe some winter conditioning if they're not playing another sport, and it's amazing how even after 12 or 13 ball games, a summer and a winter conditioning, that this thing is going to boil down to the last 5 minutes and 50 seconds in the 4th quarter to decide the outcome.
One of their prime players, Creighton's prime players, Newman, Colin Newman, out of the ball game. He had an equipment problem.
2nd down and 10. Metis rolls to his right, looks downfield, picked off, intercepted at the 35-yard line.
Check that flag, though. There's some laundry out there.
Ben Eilert steps in front of it.
To no avail.
Well, it will be on Creighton, according to that preliminary indication. But yeah, that ball, we'll see it here again. As Metis, pressure coming. And because of that pressure, that happens, the interception, just when Creighton had it on the move.
We saw that route earlier. That's one of those on the, when he's got that backside drag, you either have to lead him or put air underneath that. That is not a line hole throw. Those are too easy to undercut because you're at a bad angle.
Well, the problem is, Damon, it's just that pressure that was coming. He had 2 people coming at him and 1 full bent.
1st down and 10 now for the Jays with a 1-point lead. There goes Stolp again.
Okay, when we see that unbalanced formation, you can almost guess that that's going to be tagged. They have found something there where they kind of offset that tight end, and watch the 2 big fellas come around and pull. That's a manual, and
they have made a lot of yards on that play here tonight.
And they do it by formation too, because you have to line up to it. You have to honor the strength, at least initially.
37-30, inside 5 minutes in the game. Blue Jays on top. Stolp again with another carry for a 1st down, and Stolp a gain of 6 down to the 36-yard line.
Time becomes a very precious commodity now for the Bulldogs.
Creighton, you got to keep your composure and go get the football. Secure the ball carrier, go get the football.
The time again is not on their side. They need to, just contrary again to what you're saying, Dave, they need to go get it. They need to knock it loose. They need to make a play on defense right now. Shake it loose, get that ball back for their offense.
First tackler's got to hold him up. The second, third, and fourth got to go get the football.
First down and 10 from the 36. Hitting the backfield, Stolp shakes off one tackle, gets down to the 35, and we have a flag.
Just about disruption time in the offense right now. Derek Tyler coming through immediately on the play, trying to make that play, trying to get that ball loose. And we've got a face mask penalty now in Creighton, and that will really hurt.
Just some key
hurt
penalties. They'll take a look at this film and just some untimely penalties that have really hurt this ball club.
Defense.
Robert mark off 15 yards. One more look. I'm not sure. Kind of right up side of the face, but didn't see the grab.
I didn't either. That's tough for the linesman to make that call. Oh, there it is at the bottom.
Yep.
Boy, that's a great view.
Good
I'll tell you, our guys in the truck.
Sneak that lens in there, man. Good job.
How about that? On the spot. You guys know that was coming?
This crew is unbelievable. Crew is unbelievable. Stolp giving it right up the middle. And that clock continues to tick away.
Has Stolp lost a yard yet today? He's upfield. He's continually upfield.
A lot of times when you see these 200-yard rushers and you start getting up into that high 20 carry mark, they look like they start to slow down, but not this guy.
Nearing the 3:30 mark of the fourth quarter. Jays holding on to a 7-point advantage. Creighton trying to turn them away. They grab Stolp in the backfield. No gain there. That'll bring up a 3rd down and long for the Jays.
And you see the Creighton linebackers stemming right to the hole, right into the gaps. That A gap between the guard and the center. Trying to just do something in there to just shake that ball loose. 3rd and long now here. Big play right here for this team. Big play for Central Catholic.
Yeah, you do, because then you force them to make a decision here. You got to start with the task at hand, getting a stop on 3rd down.
3rd down and 8, a timeout.
Boy, Coach Ritter is furious out there. What was that about?
I think we're getting it right there.
It happens at all levels.
Reminiscent. It's reminiscent, isn't it? 37-30, Blue Jays on top. You know, the community support not limited to just West Point Central Catholic. Creighton's had fantastic support as well.
Our fan support, our community support is excellent. It's second to none. We'll have half the town or 3/4 of the town here at the game today. And, most people were here already last night and following the bus and following to the hotel and everything else. And you know, they're an integral part of our success is the community support that we have.
Coach Ritter said, "Hey, you know why I tell you to get A's? We need you to be a good student out there." That's what he was telling you.
I am convinced of that because it came from you. 37-30. Let's go down to John on the field.
Hey, real quick, guys, you know, one thing these quarterbacks aren't used to is having a play clock that they can see down in the end zone. They don't have that advantage typically at their home stadium, but Ritter doing a nice job on this drive, keeping an eye, watching that play clock, taking it down to the very end before he snaps the ball. Not in play here, big 3rd down.
3rd down and 8. Ritter across the middle. Stolp with a great catch and holds on for the 1st down. What a grab by Stolp.
Well, that's huge.
Old reliable.
Just huge right there is Stolp not only running the ball well for this team, but this, catching the football, coming out of that slot. 3rd or 4th time tonight he has come into that slot, into that whole area, takes the big hit. That was Metis that made that big hit, but hangs on. Huge play. Mark that one down in the book there, guys.
Yeah, those hurt.
Will be sore tomorrow.
You got to take some chances here if you're Creighton.
1st down and goal to go for the Jays.
Here they come.
And a flag on the play.
They have been doing that most of the series, trying to stem those backers up inside there and create some sort of havoc, but procedure penalty was.
False start called on Central Catholic.
Dead ball. False start. Offense.
Hagedorn's like, come on, coach.
So that will back them up 5 yards. Still first down and goal from the 13-yard line. But you can see the Bulldogs bringing everything on that play. Ritter in the gun. Ritter rolls to his right, has room. Ritter churning away inside the 5 down to the 3-yard line.
Trying to get to the outside, but stay inbounds, keep that clock on the go. We'll be under 2 minutes here very shortly, in about 5 seconds.
Yeah, understanding full well that the stun is coming from inside between the A-gaps.
He recognized that immediately. You can see basically again Derek Tyler coming right up the middle, setting up on the stunt. Didn't work.
And now they're in no hurry. You see coach's son in cahoots with his dad there. Milk. Now they're going to have to hustle here a little bit.
6 seconds.
Look at this.
On the play
He's
clock.
savvy.
Snaps it at 1. Hands it off to Stolp. And Stolp is in there for his 5th touchdown of the day.
Why not?
Make it 6 touchdowns for Stolp.
That will pretty well do it for the ball game here. Just a very methodical drive by West Point Central Catholic. Each team trying to pull out all stops on this series right here. CC is going to come out on top of that.
On top 43-30, and now they'll go for the 2-point conversion. Ritter keeps it himself, and he got it. Ball crossed that yellow stripe, and Ritter with the 2-point conversion. And Central Catholic on top by 15 with 1:30 left in the game.
Well, that 3rd and 8 play, that huge play, we're going to flags flying all over now. But that third down and 8, 2:53 left in the game. Stop on that reception, got the first down. Tremendously huge play.
Unsportsmanlike conduct is the call after the play. That will back up Central Catholic on the kickoff.
On West Point Central Catholic.
Well, I tell you, between Ginther and Hagedorn and Emmanuel, those guys have asserted themselves here in the second half. Just handling those guys up front. Stolp, I know, he's going to rest easy in the morning.
Yes,
I can tell you that.
Where are we at here, guys, in terms of Glenn? You got a number?
Well, if you'd like a DVD of this game or any of the NSAA football or volleyball championships, Adrian will get to that in a second. Go to netnebraska.org/sports, or you can call 1-800-868-1868 to order your DVD for just $19.95 plus shipping and handling. And be sure to specify the sport, the school, and the class when ordering by phone, and you can protect this memory for a lifetime. NET is Nebraska's home for sports. What are his numbers, Abe?
Stolp on the evening, 27 carries, 236 yards, 6 touchdowns, 2 receptions for 37 yards. And of course, those rushing numbers and TD numbers are, outstanding. But that reception on 3rd and 8 that he made to keep the drive alive and get his team down close to the goal line and basically put this game away with that ensuing score, really kind of the key play in the ball game. But wow, he has had himself a whale of a night.
Finishing off his senior football season in great fashion.
Putting himself in position to say, I remember when.
That's exactly right. Ritter now will kick it along the ground, taken by Newman. Newman out to midfield. So 1:25 now for the Creighton Bulldogs offense. They need a quick strike and then hopefully can get something on an onside kick. Not done yet, says Jeff Jensen on the Bulldogs.
No, you never know, obviously, what will happen in a ball game. You just keep playing and keep going. And a lot of strange things have happened, not only in this game, but all other types of sports. But right now, you can hear a lot of singing going on in the background.
So timeout called on the field by Central Catholic. Dave Ritter takes a timeout. Straighten out the defense before the Bulldog offense back on the field.
Been quite a tussle, guys, here tonight. These two teams really wanting that trophy, that state championship trophy. Fighting, battling, doing everything they could to see to it that happened. Neither one of these teams have won a state championship, as we said a couple times earlier. And one will go home, one will not with that trophy.
Stolp back out there defensively for the Jays. Metis back to pass. Plenty of room in front of him. Tries to shake the tackle, and he's drugged down at the 39-yard line.
Sean Emanuel making his presence felt again.
Metis rolls to his right. Metis pulled out of bounds. Nice play, Nate Haas.
Good play by Haas right there, obviously, as you call, Larry, but even better plays, he kept him in bounds. He was headed for the sidelines, trying to get that clock stopped. Didn't happen.
So timeout
now called.
One more look at the play by Haas. Drug him down inbounds.
Yeah, they're winding out. That's a timeout.
And the Creighton Bulldogs head coach Jeff Chitson calls a timeout. 45-30 here in the fourth quarter. Hey, we'd love to hear from you. Send us an email and let us know what you think about our sports coverage of the NSAA High School Championships. If you value statewide NET television, let us know, and let our sponsors know by writing to us at sports@netnebraska.org. We thank you for watching NSAA football on NET, NET HD, and on the web at netnebraska.org. And as you know, NET is Nebraska's home for sports. 45-30, 57 seconds left. Creighton Bulldogs hoping that turns into 57 seconds of magic as Metis drops back under pressure again and again. It's Nate Haas providing the pressure along with Johnny on the spot, Hagedorn.
A little wrinkle there. They put Haas at the nose. A little change of pace. They went, center tried to cut him. With that kind of agility playing the D-line, he just steps over that and he's playing downhill.
And they've been able to do this with basically just a three-man rush against their four blockers and get the job done 3 straight plays in a row.
And playing a little nose. Plays in a 3-point, the 2-point.
Haas having a whale of a game tonight. Came in with 60 tackles on the season from that linebacker spot. The timeout called again by the Creighton Bulldogs. 1 timeout left for Creighton. I'll remind everybody we still have one more state championship coming up today. Tonight at 7 o'clock, it's an all-Millard battle as Millard North will take on Millard South for the Class A state championship. That's coming up tonight right here at Memorial Stadium. This is the second championship of the day. Under pressure again. Rolling out of it, and he's tackled. Hagedorn one more time with the sack.
It's just instant replays. Up front, they're trying to cut those guys, and they're just using their hands, stepping over the blocks and getting after the passer.
Hagedorn has been a factor all year for this team. One of the top tacklers, one of the top sack men, and he gets it here to wrap up this game for his team and corral that state championship.
So that will about do it. And the West Point Central Catholic Blue Jays now will have to come on and run out the clock with just 40 seconds left. And the ball at the Creighton 39. Make it 29. A great job, though, by Jeff Jensen and his squad. This Bulldogs team went 12-0 this season.
Tell you what, people talk about the spread and empty and 3-by-1 and 2-by-2 formations. You're getting ready to see the best formation of all of football. That's right. It's called the victory formation. The most effective formation going right now.
That's right.
Guaranteed to win.
And Coach Dave Ritter just getting his Gatorade bath as he shakes it off.
always a little warmer when you're getting ready to hoist a trophy.
Here we go. Hey, Coach.
That was a 2-for-1.
Yeah,
he will take it.
poor assistants are like, hey,
wait a minute.
Wrong guy. Looked like he maybe had some Gore-Tex on or something. He might be okay. Rain slick.
That's right. Inside 10 seconds. Another snap, not needed. And what a game for the Class D1 State Championship. Big hugs for head coach Dave Ritter as his West Point Central Catholic Blue Jays are the state champions in Class D1.
Excellent battle that we've seen here tonight. Great sportsmanship you're seeing there. Dave Ritter couldn't be more pleased for his team, for his community, all of his staff. We had ourselves a battle, 14-12 at half, and this thing came out.
Nice to be able to say I coach my son to a state title.
Absolutely. A back and forth battle all the way through until late in the fourth when the Blue Jays took control. Your state champion, West Point Central Catholic.
Programming on NET television is made possible in part by U.S. Bank, fulfilling their commitment to serve customers wherever they are on their terms, providing a full range of banking services at 57 branch offices and more than 100 ATMs located conveniently across Nebraska. Wherever you go, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, you'll find us.
Animal agriculture is vital to Nebraska. Livestock production not only contributes to our food supply, but also helps our rural communities. Livestock provides revenue for schools, creates jobs, supports Main Street, and enhances the future for farm families. The Nebraska Soybean Board's Animal Agriculture Initiative works to encourage growth of responsible livestock enterprises to benefit agriculture and Nebraska.
Power Drive Electric Car program gives high school students a hands-on way to apply studies. Learn about electricity and energy efficiency, and develop skills that will benefit them throughout their lives. Nebraska Public Power District encourages students and teachers to get involved. Schools have the power to make it happen. For information on Power Drive, visit oppd.com or nppd.com.
I just wanna be okay, be okay, be okay. I just wanna be okay today. I just wanna be okay, be okay, be okay. I just wanna be okay today. I just wanna feel today, feel today, feel today. I just wanna feel something today. I just wanna be okay, be okay, be okay. I just wanna be okay today.
NET Sports coverage of the 2010 NSAA Football Championships are brought to you in part by the Nebraska Public Power District, applauding the dedication, teamwork, and sportsmanship of Nebraska high school athletes. By the Nebraska Soybean Board, encouraging the use of renewable biodiesel fuels for a healthier environment. For information, nebraskasoybeans.org. And by Time Warner Cable, inspiring young people to build the skills they need in science, technology, engineering, and math to become the problem solvers of tomorrow. So the Class D1 State Championship in the books, and the West Point Central Catholic Blue Jays take the title 45-30 over Creighton. For the presentation of the trophies, let's go to public address announcer Rich Broderson.
The Nebraska School Activities Association is honored to have medals and trophies for both of these outstanding teams. The award presentations will be made by NSAA Board of Control members Dr. Dallas Watkins from Dundee County Stratton High School and Jay Beller from Battle Creek High School, and U.S. Bank representative Yvonne Lunny. Here are the awards for Class D1 runner-up Creighton High School. Will head coach Jeff Jensen and your assistants please present the silver medals to the members of your team. Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 1, Derek Tyler. Number 2, Jacob Morrill. Number 3, Ryan Metis. Number 4, Cole Thomas. Number 5, Holden Wetzler. Number 6, Ryan Volkerton. Number 7, Jake Ripp. Number 9, Andrew Largent. Number 10, Justin Wilmus. Number 12, Cody Fitch. Number 13, Bronson Paul. Number 14, Mitchell Borgman. Number 16, Dakota York. Number 18, Seth Wilmus. Number 19, Brennan Becker. Number 20, Brian Bindana. Number 21, Cole Condon. Number 24, Andrew Eggerling. Number 25, Colin Newman. Number 30, Caleb Fritz. Number 34, Gordon Davidson. Number 35, Corey Wagner. Number 50, Kyle Berglund. Number 51, Taylor Vogt. Number 53, Derek Ruge. Number 54, Kel Doman. Number 55, Alec York. Number 56, Lane Jacobson. Number 57, Tanner Homan. Number 59, Philip Prather. Number 61, Russell Bookerton. Number 62, Jordan Morrill. Number 65, Zach Sorensen. Number 68, Ian Footman. Number 70, Heath Lemke. Number 71, Jet Avery. Number 73, Michael Croft. Number 75, Aaron Von Segern. Number 78, Blake Waldo. And number 80, Bill York. And now, here is the 2010 Class D1 runner-up trophy. Congratulations, Creighton High School.
Congratulations to the Creighton Bulldogs on their runner-up finish in Class D1. A terrific season, finishing 12-1 on the year and wrapping up an unbeaten regular season and going to a state championship here in Class D1. Jeff Jensen in his 11th season, leading the Bulldogs to that runner-up finish.
Second time they've been in that runner-up spot, still working on getting there to the top. As you see, a lot of the players very dejected over what happened here, but man, you've had a great year. Larry, you said 12-0, and that's now 12-1, and that is one terrific year, just a little bit short here in the final game. But gentlemen, be very proud of yourselves and what you've done for your program.
As they make their way out to midfield here at Memorial Stadium to take an E and have their picture taken with that state runner-up trophy. Now time to honor the champions, the West Point Central Catholic Bluejays. For that, we go back to Rich Broderson.
Now to the champions from West Point Central Catholic High School. First, head coach Dave Ritter. We have a special award for you. Now, Coach, would you and your assistants hand out the gold medals to the members of your championship team? Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 10, Johnny Ginther. Number 11, Eric Whitfield. Number 12, Zachary Whitfield. Number 14, Nathan Bruning. Number 16, Bernard Eilerts. Number 19, Anthony Ritter. Number 20, Missile Lopez. Number 21, Cody Stout. Number 22, Michael Schutze. Number 24, Austin Krackemeyer. Number 25, Isaac Nyman. Number 30, Tate Dorsey. Number 32, Nathan Petresky. Number 40, Cody Fisher. Number 41, Blake Huss. Number 42, Nate Huss. Number 51, Jared Ruff. Number 52, Jacob Brucht. Number 54, Devin Disher. Number 55, Sean Emmanuel. Number 62, Nick Gaden. Number 63, Jordan Yostin. Number 65, Spencer Leffler. Number 66, Austin Petresky. Number 67, Anthony Ginther. Number 72, Johnny Hagedorn. Number 73, Jay Yostin. Number 75, Derek Bruck. Number 76, Gabe Freyer. Number 80, Anthony Wooldrick. And number 88, Riley Simonson. And now, for these outstanding athletes and their school, here is the 2010 Class D1 State Football Championship Trophy. Congratulations, West Point Central Catholic High School.
Well, congratulations to Central Catholic from West Point winning the state championship in Class D1 in an exciting game, and really halfway through that first quarter, it looked like, or first half, it looked like they were in a lot of trouble, down 12-6. Creighton with all of the momentum, but they just kept punching away. And even you mentioned at the time how hard Ritter continued to play.
Yeah, just stayed the course, especially up front, and rode those hog mollies all the way to a state title, because that was really the difference in this football game. Was West Point up front, both offensively and defensively, really being able to take control of this football game.
Yeah, the chance to take momentum, they seized it and went from there. So congratulations to them. First time they've won a state championship.
Let's go down to the field to John Bishop. He's with the state champions. John.
Well, Cody, you were a big part of this game today. 6 touchdowns, and you did it in so many different ways. You had the long run there, the great goal line surge. Talk about your day.
Well, it all starts with the linemen. I'm blessed to have my seniors up front, and Johnny, Sean, and Petey. And then the 2 underclassmen, they filled in really well this year. Just make a man miss, and then it's off to the races.
You feeling any after effects after making that catch and getting upended down here near the goal line?
Yeah, I'm going to be sore for a while after that one.
You'll get plenty of rest, but at least you'll have that gold medal to keep you company.
Makes it feel better.
Fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Well, Coach, I asked you at halftime. You were kind of reluctant to answer, but we'll try it again. You're winning a state championship on this field that you played on, your son, all these young men. How does it make you feel, all the things you've done in your athletic career and now your coaching career?
Well, obviously, when it involves your children, your family, the Central Catholic community, it means the world to us because everybody in the community has done so much to help these kids get through school. With paying tuition, they sacrifice a lot, they volunteer a lot of work. It just means an awful lot to just come through fruition with all the hard work and dedication that people give us.
You came from behind today, and if I'm not mistaken, didn't you come from behind in just about all your playoff games?
All but one.
All but one. But you had plenty of experience.
Yeah, we do. I mean, and that's why it's nice having the 6 seniors and the players that we had. None of them got too rattled. They just, plus, are tired half the time because they don't get out. But they played together well, and they always have. So they put in a heck of an effort this year.
Well, congratulations and enjoy this one.
Thank you, sir.
So congratulations once again to Dave Ritter and that West Point family and community and the Central Catholic community. What a terrific championship by those young men, taking it home for West Point Central Catholic. They are the state champs, finishing the year at 12-1. We talked about it. The only loss of the year was the very first game of the year, but they ended on a high note, winning the state title. Coming up tonight, the Class A state championship. It's a battle of Millard North and Millard South, the Mustangs and the Patriots, coming your way tonight at 7 o'clock on NET1 and NET HD. Once again, our final score, the Blue Jays win it 45-30. They are the state champs. For Aiden